One.
Let's go!
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Winter Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023, this sports program starts right now. You know what? Much more to all you.
Hell yeah.
People were way too kind and nice to me yesterday, and honestly, it was a bit overwhelming and a bit much, but I can't thank everybody enough for how kind they were in the messages that I received for turning another year older. Now, at the age of 36, I'm starting to realize maybe I get a little bit tired in the morning.
Is that right?
Yeah, I might have, tied on a little bit too hard yesterday in the eating and the vitamins department and the up at night trying to respond to people that texted me, which I'm starting.
There you go.
Okay, I know we were talking about that yesterday. It's going to take a long time, but I believe everybody that has reached out to me from all the different eras of my life and said nice things deserve a, hey, I appreciate the hell out of you. Very, very thankful for how nice everybody was. But this morning I got out here on this Thunderbolt court, I couldn't move.
Oh, no.
That's what happens.
That happened. Sore?
Now, my popliteus is still intact, which was a little bit sore a couple weeks ago. The knees did not just blow up completely, but I wasn't moving like I was just yesterday, 2 days ago.
Hey, it's going to happen.
Things have changed a little bit here, and this is what 36 is, all right? So anytime you're younger than that, you should be thinking to yourself, let's live.
Okay, good to know.
And then whenever you turn 36, what I'm realizing is you're just going to have to be okay. You're going to have to accept some things that happen. Foxy hit a ball by me today that I could never have got to.
Really?
And I was like, holy shit, just 2 days ago.
Had it in your bag.
That thing's getting bent back over there.
You weren't the same person this morning.
Thank you. Neither were you, Foxy. You were a better you. And that's what we're all trying to be.
Thank you.
Every single day. What I'm saying is you're just going to have to change your perspective a little bit. And from what I've been told in a couple weeks, my perspective is about to get changed completely. So I'm thankful for everybody. Foxy, good wins this morning. Tone has been playing fantastic. The Morning Thunderball boys have a routine now. We have a schedule.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
We're getting a little bit more coordinated and under control. In one half of the Hammer, Dahn Cowboys, Tone Diggs, who is hosting a daily gambling show out of the Thunderdome called Hammer Dahn every single day after our show ends, and picking winners.
Ooh.
Last night, the Toxic Tape was obviously here, at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt, and 14-year NFL icon who looks so cool today. Holy shit. That's the first time that I've actually had a chance to look over there celebrating the big win that Tone had just yesterday with a Lakers jersey on. Pac-Man Jones is here. So, Tone, I kind of want to start with you here, pal.
Okay.
Last night, the matchup of the generation.
Yeah.
LeBron James and Steph Curry. Who's the actual greatest of the current era? Who's the person that deserves a little bit more spotlight? Who's the person that should be in the actual conversations of Mount Rushmore's and greatest of all time? That's what people were trying to spin this into after Steph Curry dropped 50 in a Game 7 with the Game 7 record and everything else that Steph Curry has accomplished in changing the game. Has it been overshadowed by LeBron James? We'll find out right here on TNT's fucking fantastic.
They're the best.
Hey, it is so. That show is so good.
Yeah.
That show is so good. I really enjoy what they're cooking over there. But the NBA hasn't figured out right now. And last night, you thought that the Lakers were going to get the dub. I did not expect that. To be honest, whenever I turned that game on, as a LeBron James fan, I thought to myself, Steph, with how hot he was up there, those buckets are big. Did you see Draymond? He was running.
Yeah.
Hey, Draymond was scooting around. Klay Thompson was making some shots early. Felt like they were not going to win that one, although I do believe it's going to go to 7 games regardless. You had the Lakers winning first. Why was that? And what do you think this means for the rest of the series?
Yeah, on gambling, you're trying to find the angle. What's the angle?
What's the angle?
What's the angle? And last night, the angle for me was we all watched Sunday, Game 7 against the Kings, the Warriors, and they actually showed during a timeout where Steve Kerr went up to Curry. Curry was sitting by himself, and he's like, hey, I got 4 timeouts. This has been a 7-game series. I'm going to call timeouts just for you to get rest, like at the end of this game. Now, he didn't have to play a lot of the fourth quarter because he had 50 and they were up 20 or whatever, but they still played a 7-game series and it still finished on Sunday, so they only had 1 day off in between that and going from Sacramento back to back to Golden State. So I thought maybe tired legs potentially. And guess what? Tired legs for shooters is never a good thing. Lakers have been off also since Friday, so they've had time to regroup, time to watch tape, stuff like that. And then also Looney, what he did. Rebounding wise against the Kings was not going to happen. I didn't think last night against the Lakers. So I liked Lakers in game 1, even though it was on the road. Yeah, and it was at Oracle where they've been incredible. I don't know if it's going to go the whole series that way, but I like that angle for game 1 last night. It turned out to be right.
AD dropped 30. Hey, baby. Hey, baby, AD.
Party.
30 and 23, 5 assists, 4 blocks. What a dog, man. Joins Tim Duncan as the only players in NBA history to reach those numbers in a playoff game. A lot of conversation about this guy from the basketball folks. We're not basketball folks.
No.
Old punter, stooge punter, tank top. Yeah. Talks football mostly. NBA playoffs have been electrifying.
Yes, they
Very
have.
good.
But with the basketball people, we will be talking to Sean Charania at 1:20, about an hour and 13 minutes. He's like the insider right now of the internet.
Oh, yeah.
He and everybody else is kind of chatting, and the narrative is, AD's like a emotion, feel guy. He's very hard on himself. So everybody thinks that he's gotten lazy since he got rich. It's not that. He just, once the money came, he was like, all right, now I got to live up to this. He almost beats himself up too much. Then we started to see him like come alive a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, is this old AD back? Is AD back? It seems like last night he was packed. You got to be pumped for your guy, Bron.
I'm pumped, man. Bron got him playing good. AD looked like AD in the bubble. Like, this was the AD that we was used to with no distraction, not worrying about, hey, am I playing at a high level? God damn it. Focus in, man. We only need you to do this shit for 3 fucking games. If you could do this shit for 3 games, LeBron can handle the rest. I truly think, and me and Connor was going back and forth about this, if the Lakers get up 2 games and lose the series, I'll cut half of my hair.
Half of it.
It's no way.
Not length half. Hold on. You should
What
clarify.
the hell did this happen?
Like
one
head
half.
half.
It's
Hold
no
on,
way
now, hold on, now, I have
if
a
the
question.
Lakers get up 2
Okay.
that they lose the series.
Okay, sounds good. There was no reason for you to do that, but now that you did, we have to do this.
Half.
now.
That's right.
So you're not going to take 2 quarters either. Like you're not going to go quarter down. That is half.
No, I'm going to do it.
You're talking right
Half.
down the middle.
Middle.
Half.
Yep.
Boom.
Right down the middle.
Are you going to do like what those? I've been to a couple places where like I don't like to just stereotype or generalize,
Okay.
but it seemed like gothic. There was like a
Okay.
gothic.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly.
There's like
those are cool.
a shave here, and then like are you doing that with
The fold over.
Will you keep the long hair on this side, and will there potentially be a little bit of like 1 or 2 that just stick over the shave part of the? Would that be a comb over?
Yeah, a little bit of a comb over.
Which the Knicks coach needs to figure it out.
Oh, Thibodeau?
We're not in the NBA world.
Tibbs,
We're not in the basketball world. Okay. I assume if we were, we would have pointed this out early. Looks like he's got a good head just to shave that thing.
Yeah, he's fighting it.
But would you do that? Would you do a comb over with that thing, or would you just let those sit straight down and then just be completely balded, faded?
That's cool.
Fade bald?
I don't know, but
Yeah, that's packing in
not
2
like
weeks.
that. No.
What are you talking about then? I don't think I fully.
It'll be like this half, like half.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're doing like a third.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a third.
Not right down the middle.
And since he just offered this up, I would like to let the world know I'm accepting his third offer as opposed to a 50. We were in the middle of a little
Whatever
bit of
you
a
want.
barter
Yes,
there.
exactly.
But he has been the one making this. You're going to cut a third of your hair.
He'll make it
yeah,
look cool.
the deal was if Burnham get up 2-0 and they lose the series, yeah, I will.
I feel like that was an interesting thing to do.
He just said it too. There's no like what I bet you this, I bet you this. It was just I'll cut off half my
Yeah,
hair.
good proper fodder over
Because
there in the
shit,
think
I'm gonna
tank.
cut off half for anyway if I lose because I'm betting too much money on this series.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
So
taking a
no
haircut
way
either
that
way.
Brian them get up 2 and lose.
Bingo.
Or just get
Boom.
All right, well, we're proud of you, man. For you could have it in the conversation over yonder. To bring it into the microphone just
Yeah.
for everybody to hear it.
Awesome.
Set in stone.
That's really cool, man.
yeah.
Tim got on camera too, just in case.
That's unbelievable. Okay, so third of your hair will be gone if the Lakers go up 2, which would have to be another big-time win on the road.
Right.
Would be very difficult. If they do that, back at the crypt, dude.
Yep.
Crypto.com?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Scripto.com more like
Yeah,
it. Ain't
they're-
that right? They ain't going to lose back there. Place is too powerful. That is a beautiful place.
Oh yeah, gorgeous.
Beautiful arena.
Wonderful
honestly.
place.
They've
That-
updated a lot of things.
Staples?
Yeah, and Ballmer's next one's gonna be even better.
It's crypto. Toilets! That's crypto.
Never crypto. Crypto's dead. So
I don't know.
might as well bring back
I've seen
Staples.
people posing in front of the crypto. Like, I think that it is like.
Sign?
People like it.
I haven't heard nothing about crypto.
Oh man, I
It's
saw
dead.
an
It's 'cause
NFT.
it's-
it was
because
hot
it's
at
dead.
one point.
You don't hear a lot about things that are dead.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering. when
Staples is also dead, though. Let's keep that in mind.
Well,
The only thing that Staples had left was Staples Center.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Literally the arena.
it's because you can't successfully run a big box paper store.
That's right. That's
Good point.
Paper's done.
a good call. Staples is in a tough spot.
They are.
It is.
They had to see it coming and just go, yikes. Here's the Bitcoin stuff. I don't know if they saw it. You got to buy the dips, though. Remember, that's what the whole thing was?
Yeah.
It's still like, what, 28,300?
That was where
That's
that line
unreal.
is, right? Or is that?
I would go 5 days because, I mean, the fact that they're
yeah, it is, yeah.
at 28.3, I thought it was down to like 15.
Yeah, that's not, hey, 28,300. It was up to,
It was down to 18.
68?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was close to 80.
remember, this was the future here.
It was.
Right.
You know, I'm happy we brought this up.
Hell yeah.
So it's in the blockchain,
It is in the blockchain.
It is in the
yes.
blockchain.
okay, that nobody can decipher.
No,
Except
no.
for Gary.
And the reason why it's good is because it's not actual money and it's not organized by anybody or whatever. There's no,
Right.
Nothing back.
Decentralized.
it's decentralized. There it is. But like a fungible thing is the most important part of that. You lose your key, like
You're
right?
fucked.
Yeah, you lose everything.
Oh, yeah. People have lost
So like you,
hundreds of millions, I think.
Yeah.
so
USB drive,
so
people
you
have lost
still
it.
have to, like the most important thing is still very real.
Very fungible.
Like it's an actual fungible thing.
Yes.
And passwords. If you lose password, you're also fucked.
Man, that's a scary thing for me to get
passwords
over.
all the time.
Okay, so
What if AI steal it?
all right,
Okay,
see that's a
there's
whole
a
nother
chance.
game.
Yeah.
They could.
The AI Frank Abagnale, the guy from Catch Me If You Can,
Yep.
the AI Frank Abagnale is going to be a dog.
Yeah.
And we need to know
He's out there
Yeah.
somewhere.
We need, what will Bitcoin be worth in 2030?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
What? This is Google.
Yeah. And I'm going to be playing center field for the Yankees.
No,
in
it's not.
2030.
Maybe. I mean, there's a chance. Projections. What are they? Can we 4X these things?
No, that's from chanjelly.com. That's not from Google.
You're right. And Changelly would never lie, but Google had to put them at the top of this is the right answer. That's a whole nother thing that's happening. So whenever you ask questions into Google that might be a little bit opinion based, all of a sudden, who picked the answer to be the answer?
Yeah, people that like it.
How many people have went to jail from Bitcoin? Ask Google that.
All
That
right.
should be a good
Siri,
question.
I think you got to say Siri.
Yeah, right.
How many people have gone to jail from stealing Bitcoin is what you're saying?
Yeah, this is all a fucking Ponzi.
No, Ponzi.
Pac-Man.
You're telling me people are
Nothing back
stealing
this
this?
shit.
You think people are
Like-
stealing this?
No, I'm just saying, like, nothing backs it. Tell me what backs it.
Yeah, none of it.
That's the.
This,
No one knows.
this particular room
A
does
guy,
not
I'm gonna
understand.
sell. You gotta have a leader of the something to pay him to join a group and this and that.
Doesn't make sense.
Fact.
Doesn't make sense.
We didn't get involved. We plenty of opportunities were presented to us to potentially promote and do that whole thing. I was just too dumb. I didn't understand it.
Me too,
Hold
my
on.
NFTs
My
too.
buddy was like, "Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, $2,000, maybe $5,000, 3 more years be worth $1 million."
Guaranteed.
Bro,
John
no fucking
McAfee
way.
said he cut off his dick.
Yeah, he did.
That's that was actually happening. I had people were pitching me concepts of coins and this whole thing because we were an internet company, internet show.
Yep.
Obviously, there was a lot of those opportunities. And every person I talked to, I just couldn't figure it out. I said, so this is like Wall Street, but even worse. And they're like,
Well,
no,
exactly.
it's decentralized.
Hold on.
I'm like, well, who controls Wall Street? And they started like listening to people. I'm like, okay, couldn't all those same people that just have all the money go control that whole thing too?
Oh yeah.
But it's not.
No, they wouldn't.
It's not a set-up
Different.
system. I'm like, well, who controls it? Just tell me who's controlling whether or not my money that I've worked for that I did not have when
Right.
I was growing up, and now that I have, is just going to poof, David Copperfield.
Yeah.
Tell me who's going to do that because that's happened to poker players, online poker players.
Yep.
Their money just disappeared. Happened to real estate folks in 2008,
Oh, yeah.
which is 1 year before I got into the NFL. A lot of my teammates, all the rich
Yep.
people that I have met, these are the rich people that I know in my life are the people that were in the locker room, and like 10 of them are telling me horror stories
got
of
killed.
losing all of their money the year before. So I've been very like, I'd just rather just have my money, man.
Yeah. Need to see where it's going.
I like to see where it's going. Hey, Pat, that's poor. That's fiscal irresponsibility or whatever. It's like, okay, buying 300 shots, I guess, is considered a poor decision financially. But also, at least I saw where it went.
That's right.
You know? And we at least had a,
Yeah, exactly.
Great times.
So whenever your 300 shots disappears on your phone, like, what did you just opened an app and it was like,
Oh, it's gone. Fuck.
you know, a little
shit.
different. Yeah, but that money's not going to disappear. It's going to go up. I'm like, I'm sure.
Okay, good luck.
It is crazy how money is. It's a wild time right now, too.
Especially in that whole entire field, like the stock market and everything like that. It's in the shitter right now.
Yeah, but they're always going to be, that's where all the money is, right? Isn't all the money there?
Because like if you zoom out and from when it started to where it is, it's obviously just.
Now, there's somebody right now watching this who is a financial advisor or something, and they're telling me how we do have investments. Okay?
Of course. Of course.
Okay, but this is not in just blind stocks. This is things that we can see, feel,
Understand.
and affect.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that is that whole thing. I don't understand that I'm going to give money to some person and then they're just going to do it all. But I think it's mostly because I just don't trust any of those humans to just do better with it.
Yeah. Funny enough,
There's some talented fucking people out there though,
Oh yeah.
that turn money into a lot of money.
For sure.
Bruce just got a financial advisor today.
Bruce.
Bruce?
Boy, Bruce.
Bruce knows. He comes up from like the place though.
From that side.
That's like, hey, this is what we do.
Yeah.
We literally, you get a money guy. Money guy does this for you. This whole thing happens. You get this person that does this for you. It's like, we've done that. But that whole, hey, just take it, man. Good luck out there.
Yeah, go get him.
Might never see it again. I'm like, that's going to be tough for
about
me.
that.
That's going to be tough for me to do.
Yeah.
But they're all so much smarter. Bitcoin, though, we'll hope it rise up.
At some point.
Speaking of money, though, let's talk about fifth-year options that were picked up and were not picked up around the NFL. We missed it yesterday in the absurdity that was the celebration. Peyton Manning came on yesterday.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers came on yesterday.
Yeah.
Michael Cole came on yesterday.
What?
Jim Furyk, too. Let's not forget
That's right.
Jimmy.
That's right.
Jimmy.
Hell
Oh.
Thanks, Jim.
Here's the 12 players, though, that we missed having their fifth-year options picked up. Joe Burrow, obviously, $29.5 million. Hey, baby. That's number one overall, baby. That's number one overall. Andrew Thomas, $14.1 million. Tua Tagovailoa, $23 million. That's number 5 overall. Justin Herbert, $29.5 million. I don't think I fully comprehend that.
Yeah.
Derrick Brown, he got drafted after Tua Tagovailoa. Maybe it's games played add into it, huh?
Performance?
I don't know.
Because Herbert also drafted after Tua.
Tom Telesco, right? He would have to put in some incentive-based things that aren't in other contracts because he got one pick after. Not for us to figure out right now. Whole other discussion. Derrick Brown, $11.6 million. Jedrick Willis, $14.1. Tristan Wirfs, Jerry Jeudy, AJ, CD, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk. Okay, congratulations, all these men.
Here we go, boys.
Getting fully guaranteed deals. Now, if you don't get your fifth-year option picked up, that means you're on a contract here. So congratulations, more motivation. And there's 14 players that have had their fifth-year options declined. The top of the list is obviously Chase Young because, remember, coming out of the Ohio State, this guy was a game wrecker.
Oh, yeah.
Game changer.
Immediately.
Had a couple injuries. We didn't get to see him play. Expectations was he was going to be back. He was just doing a little media run last week because he signed with Chris Paul's New Balance Clutch collab,
Bingo.
which Adele was wearing courtside at the Lakers the other day.
Boom.
Makes sense.
How about Adele and Rich
Paul?
Paul?
Yeah, what a power couple.
That's a fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, Chase also repped by Chris Paul. Man, I bet you he has seen like
Oh, yeah.
in like the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
for
people
sure.
wonder what else he's seen.
What are you talking about?
Just saying.
Oh,
A lot of
The
conversation.
internet is the best.
Yep.
Anyways, Chase
Check the
Young's
internet.
repped by Chris Paul, Isaiah Simmons, C.J. Henderson, Mekhi Becton, Big Dog. He got hurt a couple times, right?
Yeah, almost
Several
every
times,
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Javon Kinlaw, Austin Jackson, Jalen Rager, Cesar Ruiz. Okay, you get it. All these guys, though, CEH, man, he was the guy until Pacheco came around this year. And also, I think another running back.
Jarek McKinnon.
Yeah, so
He's over there.
congrats to these guys. You're on a contract here, man.
Yeah.
Now,
Prove the year.
obviously, your fifth-year option is what the contract already has in it from the day that you're drafted, even though we don't fully comprehend why Justin Herbert is making $6 million more than Tua Tagovailoa, even though he was drafted after Tua Tagovailoa. Somebody's going to have to explain that to me. But you could potentially go get yourself a long-term deal if you ball out. Now, it does feel as if there could be a chance where you feel disrespected by the organization. And, we got humans here.
Yeah.
These are actual humans, not just Madden characters.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've seen people delete, Instagram photos
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
in this modern era. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And they do. So I guess there's two ways to go about this. I can either earn long-term contract or I can be pissed at the organization for not believing that I'm worth a fifth-year option, even though just a few years back, I was your first-round overall pick. Let's go ahead and do this. And I hope it's all positive for everybody. And congrats to the guys that got their fifth-year options picked up because they're richer. And I assume a deal is going to get made for Joe Burrow. That's going to make him very wealthy.
Yeah.
And I assume there's going to be a deal with Justin Herbert. That's going to make him very wealthy. Yeah. Justin Jefferson, same damn thing. Right. You can go through that list there, but these guys get free agency a little bit quicker.
Yeah, the shocking one, obviously, Chase Young kind of makes sense because he hasn't played, so maybe they just want to see how he is. But Jordan Brooks, he's been like Seattle's damn near best player on defense. He was the guy that they actually felt comfortable with cutting Bobby Wagner because they knew he was going to be, the next one. And I thought he's been top 5 in tackles basically every single year he's been in the league.
Patrick Queen, similar to that on the Ravens. Like maybe linebackers just, they might be cheaper just to knock him the 50.
Oh, no, they're getting the running back situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, Pat.
And they paid Roquan, so maybe that's why they like Patrick Queen, never mind.
I'm still surprised about Chase. When Chase healthy, he's been unstoppable. He haven't played in the whole year. But, they had so much shit going on in Washington. Can we blame Chase for not fucking playing?
Yeah, I wonder how I wonder how they view it, how they talk to Chase, because if you do worry he can't stay healthy, I guess the right move would be like, hey, you stay healthy this year, we'll give you a big time deal.
Exactly.
Yeah. They could, you know what I mean? They could view it that way. But
they have no leverage now.
Chase is Chase is a star over there too.
Yeah. Is it worse than what we think? Like, is there a chance that his knee, whether the surgery might not have gone well, or
the medical staff over there too? Remember, he had something going on.
Wasn't Chase supposed to play?
His way.
Oh yeah.
He played the last 3 games. Played some snaps the last 3 games. So hopefully you would think he's healthy going into this last year. But yeah, that's because Tomlin's thing. I ain't never gonna draft high enough to get someone who looks like you.
Yeah, you're thinking Chase Young comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, I was thinking we probably don't need an outside guy like him, but somebody could get him.
I would imagine if he can stay at least somewhat healthy, he'll be one of those guys who someone's going to pay for him for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, come to Indianapolis, dude. Take a shot on you.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way,
Tomlin was lying too, because Darnell Washington is that guy.
That's true.
Okay,
but we just did the draft. Okay, 12 guys from that draft got a 5th-year option. Does that mean 12 guys were successful out of the draft? Or
That's a good draft, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good draft.
Great draft.
Think about that, though, with how we reacted to every single draft pick. And this year, how positive it was, which we're happy.
Yeah.
Because there is a chance to go negative on every single draft pick.
100%.
You could be negative on literally every single draft pick if you wanted to be. So why not? Hey, maybe this guy.
Almost half.
You could go.
Yeah.
We were mostly positive for this last draft.
Very.
Yeah.
There's going to be 20, 26, 20, 25 guys.
Yeah.
Probably not be good football players.
Not going to get it done.
You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of people covering kicks in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of that happening, and that's not a bad thing. I'm appreciative of that. But that's going to be an interesting ride watching something. But on the flip side, there's going to be 2 to 3 guys from this draft class that just got drafted. Absolute dogs.
Generational talent.
Definitely. I mean, right now we can still say all of them are going to be that way because we don't know which guy it is going to be or guys it's going to be. Situation certainly can affect that.
Yeah.
So the guys that are being projected to be guys, if you're getting picked early, you're probably going into a pretty bad situation.
Right.
That's why you're being picked in the early spot because we need you right now because we fucked up so bad, we're this early in the draft. Some of those guys ain't just going to be able to do that.
No.
But some of those guys are.
That's right.
Hell yeah. And congrats to all the 5th-year options that are getting picked up 4 years from now and the guys that just got drafted last weekend.
Yeah.
Congrats, gentlemen.
Congrats, dude.
Jordan Love also didn't get his 5th year picked up, but got a contract
I think that was pretty
extension.
fair.
So he got a money move.
Right.
Mulligeta got him and the Packers to agree to a deal in which pretty much what the guarantee would be for his 5th-year option with how much he played. I assume it has to be playing. Has for playing time for the Herbert and Tua thing being in there. So Jordan's, who knows what his would be, 5th-year option. He was drafted 26.
Yeah.
26th overall. Hasn't played much. Who knows?
Haven't played a fucking down.
No, yes. Remember?
Got a game.
Threw a couple touchdowns.
Christian Watson.
This is crazy.
Slant. Hey, Darius Slay said, he looked like back there. I don't want to say anything.
Look a little bit like Rodgers.
So the boy was spinning it.
That's what he said. So anyways, Mulligeta got a money up front, I think.
Yes.
And it's a 2-year deal.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Mulligeta.
Because he was only going to
Well, we don't know because we were trying to figure this deal out yesterday.
He was only going to get $2.3 million, and now they guaranteed him, $13.5, and it's just
it's a $6 million wager for a $2 million potential bonus.
Exactly, and it's one of those things where if he is the guy this year, then they'll rework a deal and he'll be the guy moving forward. But I think it's for both of them because it's like if Jordan Love isn't the guy, then the Packers are going to end up just cutting bait with him and probably moving on
after this year.
And also for him, it's like his next contract looks vastly different for a first-round pick. So I think it's fair for both guys when they still they believe in him. They've seen what he can do, obviously, and they felt good enough about him to get rid of Rodgers. But it kind of just gives both the Packers and him a little sense of security, I think.
As soon as I heard it,
and it also it is very helpful for their cap as well.
Okay, good news. So it's a smart play for the Packers side. From the Jordan Love side, immediately upon reading it, and not as I'm reading it, and I go, what's the fifth-year option for you? We just saw Justin Herbert's $29.5 million or something.
Yeah, it's a ton.
Granted, he's 6th overall pick versus 26 overall, but with the way money is in this whole thing, that contract would be big. So then you start diving into it. It's literally just a little bit of a wager of a couple million to get a bonus of $2 million, but it is money up front right now that potentially could never come if he stinks this year.
Exactly.
So, and then I heard Mulugeta was negotiating it. I'm like, it's a good deal.
Yeah, he's not screwing him over.
If Mulugeta likes the deal, we like. There's no reason for us to say it. So congrats to Jordan and to the Packers for seemingly doing the right thing here for both parties.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good deal. That's good. That's a good start to the, hey, let's do business together. That is a quarterback and GM in the new era in Green Bay. And I'm happy for him.
I think a lot of people were trying to kind of poke holes in this and say oh, either this is bullshit for Jordan Love or why would the Packers do this? But when you look at it, most of the fans I saw on Twitter too, I really do think this benefits him and it benefits the Packers. It kind of just ends there. It's good for both sides, and now we'll see what he can do.
I am pretty pumped to see the new era of the Green Bay Packers.
Me too.
Because Aaron comes on yesterday, surprise. Shout out Aaron Rodgers Tuesday. Happy birthday. That was cool. From a hotel.
Sweet.
Sweet hotel.
Yeah, he looked like he had the nice room there.
Top floor.
Everything he said, though, everything he said, I seen Packers people quote tweet, share it to their people or whatever. Not everything, but most things. And not every person did this, but people certainly did. Happy this guy isn't our problem anymore. A lot of that whole thought. I hope the Packers go on to have success. After talking to Aaron yesterday,
he was giddy.
He's in a great place, it feels like.
Yeah, dude. I think that's going to work over there.
Absolutely.
I think it is going to work over there, especially with him saying, I think I can throw the ball till I'm 60. He has heard people say he's old.
Yeah.
So he is finally, I think, everybody else kind of talks shit about the way he throws the ball. We do, because what the fuck he does with the football is absolutely absurd. Wait till Jets training camp. They're going to have the Nets over there in New York.
Yep.
Exactly.
You think it's going to be a little different reaction whenever it's in the tri-state area with how many motherfuckers are over there versus Green Bay? Now, the internet is always going to react how it's going to react. That's going to be local news everywhere.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers just dropped a 45-yard bomb into a net or whatever. He does that normally right out of his sleep. He's in the offseason, and then he just comes in, and he just starts throwing dimes everywhere. That's why every human that's ever played has said, the way Aaron throws a football is just bananas. Then people start saying, was a future first potentially worth it for a 39-year-old quarterback? What are you saying there? You're saying he can't throw anymore? You're saying he can't? Is that what people are saying? 39-year-old. So the fact that that's in there, you're saying this dude's washed. He's old. So you think he's deteriorated a little bit? I think he has heard that. I think he has heard that loud and clear. And I think there's a chance, because he's throwing balls in May.
Yeah.
From what we've potentially been told, this is not a throw month normally
normal.
For Aaron. There's a whole process of how he works up his arm, and he talked about the COVID training camp and everything like that. This dude throws the ball on a fucking dot with that offense, with how many weapons they have and the run game that they potentially have and how pissed off he seems to be. So that means he's going to be more focused, more bought in, more everything. Not that he wasn't before. The guy just won 2 fucking MVPs.
Right.
You don't think he's studying all day, every day to win MVPs? Yes, he's clearly doing that. But it's like a brand. After talking to him yesterday, I watched a couple clips back. I'm like, this motherfucker seems genuinely proud to be on the Jets.
Oh yeah.
He's proud to be a Jet, it feels like. And he's wearing it all. I'm very pumped for him.
I also think anyone saying the shit about him being washed or whatever, it goes back to when he said the whole down years for me are career years for other guys. Last year, he, by his standards, he didn't have a great year. I think he threw 24 touchdowns and had 11 picks. If fucking Derek Carr does that, people are going crazy saying, look how well Derek Carr played last year. But because it's Rodgers, it's a completely different thing. And also, you look at it, I think it kind of gets washed away just because of Zach Wilson, whatever. Like the Jets have a good team. Like they don't need Rodgers to go out and throw 50 touchdowns next year. Now he might because he's got a chip on his shoulder and he's pissed off, but they don't need him to have a 50 touchdown, 6 interception MVP year. Like that doesn't need to happen. If he plays how he did in Green Bay last year, that Jets team makes the playoffs. Period.
Look out for the AFC East pack.
Yeah, this is gonna be ugly, but like that contract that your quarterback got is the same thing that he wrote that apology letter to Aaron Rodgers. It was a shitty letter. It's a shitty contract. It was just to get, hey, let me let y'all know I'm dabbing in there. As far as Aaron,
what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the bullshit contract. Like
what?
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
Yeah. He know what I'm talking about. The same way they wrote the letter. Oh, we love Aaron. No, it's bullshit.
Oh, it was our first quotes.
Yeah.
I remember when we already got it.
Yeah,
you think that was a bad deal? Why do you think it was a bad deal?
Why would Jordan Love sign a deal to tie himself up for another year when he'll be a free agent?
Well,
and it's not like he's going no fucking where else.
Because what if he sucks? And then if he is a free agent, then he doesn't get a deal.
That's my point. It might be he have a point in his back of his head that he might suck.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think he thinks?
Especially with
now it's safe. It's smart. What if he gets?
I'm just saying, any dog that's got any belief in themselves that haven't played no ball in 4 years, that contract is already fucking guaranteed. Y'all don't pick up my option. I want to prove it.
Okay. Yeah, but it's safe for both teams. Like if he does suck, then okay, the Packers get a really good, probably top 10 pick, and then they can go and get another quarterback, and they still have him on the
maybe
roster.
they get Drake May or Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. They're saying he's the next Pat Mahomes.
Hey, I saw some highlights.
Yeah.
Saw some highlights. He was running backwards doing the Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to run backwards and then throw it real far.
It is a cool play.
Fuck Chicago on his fingernails before games.
That'd be sweet.
Fuck Bears.
But
I will say I'm a Caleb fan. I am a Caleb fan. I did not like the nail thing, but hey, to each your own.
Do your thing.
Absolutely.
I'm a JETX fan this year, and I don't know what Connor them gonna do. Connor, it looked really bad for you guys this year.
Yeah, that's what Pat was just alluding to with the AFC East. I mean, when everyone's saying, the Patriots are going to suck, usually everyone's right because that's how that works. If everyone's on one side, then every single person's right versus when something else happens. But I obviously don't have high expectations as a Patriots fan. The Jets are going to be good. The Bills and the Dolphins are already good. And, I mean, you guys mentioned it. The Jets started, I think, 6-2 last year. They beat Green Bay in Green Bay. Like, they have great wins already. But if Aaron is to go on, even just to go to the Super Bowl, it'll probably be the most impressive feat of his career just because they're playing AFC West, which has 3 contenders. They're playing the NFC East, which had 3 playoff teams last year. Yeah. The AFC East had 2 playoff teams last year.
So they got to play the AFC South?
Well, no, because if they play the AFC South, then it'd probably be the least impressive thing of his career because those are just 4 cakewalks.
So what you just did there was disgusting. Let me tell you why.
What'd I do?
You think I'm going to be offended because the Indianapolis Colts?
No.
No, I'm not going to be offended because of that. I'm going to talk about what's going on down in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What Derrick Henry's doing right now?
What's that?
People are wondering about who's the quarterback, who's this, who's that. Derrick Henry's like, y'all motherfuckers have forgot. The Tennessee Titans go through the defensive end that plays running back.
Yeah.
And now he's running up hills.
That's right.
This dude's training by sprinting up hills. And by the looks of him, okay, from the way his body is built, we should assume that he's been doing this his entire life.
Yeah.
This is battling gravity. This is fighting Earth. Yep. This is conquering something that is very difficult to do. We can go through a list of people that run hills and what their success was. How about Walter Payton? He was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I'd say.
How about Jerry Rice? He was pretty fucking good. Huh?
Yeah.
LaDainian Tomlinson did it because Jerry Rice did it.
Set the record.
Trent Williams did it.
Pretty good.
Adrian Peterson did it.
What?
We assumed Dan Marino, Joe Montana, and everybody from the city of Pittsburgh did it because literally we were forced to do it growing up. And if you look at most people, I think from very hilly places, you're probably going to see a rather fatter ass.
West Virginia.
That's because, West Virginia Mountaineers, literally. All humans going to be a little thicker because we're doing the fucking Stairmaster literally all day as kids growing up, walking around. Now, some people are going to be built lean, okay?
Of course.
Nick's got little baby legs, all right? Foxy, obviously, has never had to battle gravity one time while walking.
No running hills.
This guy's got toothpicks for legs. He's literally the H&M model mannequin out there. He looks so cool, though, when he gets dressed.
Not a lot of hills where I'm from, to your point.
But the hills are a great fucking training tool. And I think the people that are open about it believe in it so much because of how much they feel it has helped them. Once you start running on, it's like you run with weights. It's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
you start running up hills, not only your muscles growing, but once you get on flat land, you're all the way back. You can talk about that when you drive through like Ohio or Indiana, and then you go back to Pittsburgh. It's like life is a lot easier when everything's flat. Yeah. When you can't really see what's around the bend or have to battle against a fucking steep incline, it makes you better. Derrick Henry's ready to prove a point, you think?
My fucking kids running hills too. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm a big believer in it. It's over speed. Make you run really faster when you run on regular.
It's like running in sand.
Yeah.
It makes running harder.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I got a nice one by my house. My kids run every Wednesday. They're going to be on that motherfucker today, too.
Hey, good luck out there, Junie.
Good luck.
Hey, Junie, you want to keep winning those races? Hey.
Run the hill.
Junie, who is Pac-Man Jr.,
Yeah.
he's 6 years old.
Yep.
Hey.
Well, he's 5. Sorry, he ain't 6 yet. He's running 6 and under. He's 5.
Oh, he's racing 6-year-olds right now. Has raced 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I'm just learning about what humans look like at these different ages.
Sure.
Not been around a lot of kids in my life. It's not really my thing.
No.
About to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
So I'm trying to learn as much as possible about like what are expectations at what age. Just seen a 15-year-old girl assigned to the U.S. women's national team. It's like, okay, if my baby girl happens to be good at soccer and likes to do that, it's like, all right, here's the, okay, here is possible.
Yeah.
This is possible.
Yes, it is.
Like that's a big deal to have. That's good inspiration. His kid, we got real form.
Oh, yeah.
We got like real speed too.
Flying.
He's gonna be a dog, huh?
Yeah, he's going to be a dog. June going to be a dog, man.
He's got personality too.
Yeah.
This dude's a dog. He watched the clip back yesterday from us talking about him. Because he talked shit immediately.
They started running.
I was like, yo, look at this. He's like, seen that Geeting? It's like, Dad, I'm famous. I'm like, no, fuck that.
Immediately.
Fucking get your ass back to work.
Hey, Junie, you're about to be, man. Keep winning those races.
Yeah, Judy.
But shout out to Derrick Henry getting after it. He was kind of forgotten about, a little bit of an afterthought. Was he hurt last year? What happened to him last year? We didn't really talk about him.
So they lost their best guard, run block, and Saffold. He went to the Bills.
Taylor Lewan got hurt.
And now they've lost Taylor
Ben
Lewan.
Jones
Now
got
they
hurt for a
also,
little bit.
they released Ben Jones. He's not on the team anymore. The Titans are unfortunately kind of fucked.
But,
it feels like.
Lost A.J. Brown, too, so like,
Yeah.
he was kind of just.
And what's his name? Got hurt
Yeah.
out of Arkansas.
Is the body still the same?
You look like you see him running.
Ben
front.
Yeah, he looks fine. I think we should be more worried about Will Levis possibly injuring an abdomen on a handoff because he might slam the ball
What's
in
your
his
guys' deal?
stomach so hard.
What's your problem?
That's just what we've heard.
Good year. It's a good year.
Last year he had 1,500 fucking yards.
Shit. Yeah,
13 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even talk about it. We are so sorry, Derrick.
For a point. And
they
then
were-
they started
Hey.
to fucking stink.
Yeah, they weren't good,
Dude. And also, he was running against what, like 8-man boxes?
at least.
Yeah.
Because there's no A.J. Brown, nothing.
There was a report from Albert Breer literally like 5 minutes before we went on, I saw apparently, that they were also in the mix to go up to 3 to try to get C.J. Stroud, and that was not, it's not something that happened for them.
Okay, so they were thinking about doing that. All the mocks had them going to 3 to
Yeah.
get a quarterback if the Houston Texans had passed on C.J. Stroud at 2, which they did. Tennessee Titans, here we go.
Yeah.
And then Houston's like, nah, we're taking 3 too. What are we?
What are we talking about?
What are we even
Everyone
talking
bailed
about?
out.
And then they get C.J. Stroud, and then the Colts are up, obviously with Anthony Richardson. I think they had that pick in their head and mind immediately upon meeting him. I think.
Yeah.
I think the Colts
Sounds
do.
like it.
But the Titans, we never talked about. They're going to be problematic if Derrick Henry's running like this, and they have any production at all on the offense. Did they add weapons to that team?
I
Yeah,
don't
the AFC
think
South
so.
might really be.
Who is the quarterback?
For who?
Tannehill.
Ryan
Tannehill.
Tannehill. He's getting $36 million.
Yeah,
Pack
Pull
the
up
box.
pull
Pack
up
the
the,
box. Make Tannehill beat
So
it.
they got Spronk.
Come
They got
on, man.
Spronsky, should help the O-line.
For sure.
Traylon Burks was hurt. Well, he got that concussion last year when he actually scored the touchdown, which was pretty
Oh
sweet.
yeah, that was
Who
awesome.
is going to help Tannehill?
Other than that,
Exactly. They really don't have any people, and the Jaguars are casually filthy. It feels like the Jags in the
Dude,
South.
Ridley too. The way
Yeah.
it feels like Calvin Ridley feels. Listen, it's going to be a two-head monster. All right, it's going to be the Indianapolis Colts, obviously.
Oh, really?
Obviously.
Not the team that had two picks in the top 3?
they took some nice wideouts too.
You're right. It's going to be a three-headed monster. We don't know. Actually, nobody wants to see the AFC South right now.
Really?
No, you know how they talk about some divisions
AFC?
having 3 guys or 3 teams make the playoffs with wild card because the record's so good? Hello from the AFC South.
Wow.
That's going to be us. Wait till you see what Anthony Richardson does here.
I'm jacked up for it. Don't
Wait
get
till
me
you
wrong.
see what C.J. Stroud does down in Houston, what D'Amico's able to do with that defense and the team that they got down there. Will Anderson?
What?
This guy was number 2 overall pick.
That's right.
Freak.
And then Trevor Lawrence, once he started playing football with a coach, He was good
Yeah, he's pretty good.
in the NFL.
Yeah, they're balling.
You know what I mean?
I was talking about Tannehill, but nobody have stopped Derrick Henry in that division over there as far as rushing. I'm talking about quarterbacks now. Tannehill can't throw the ball, but as far as the division,
Yeah.
I think Derrick Henry owns that division.
So there was actually a game a couple years back where DeForest Buckner was announced out against the Tennessee Titans. What was that, like 2 days before the game, 3 days before the game?
Yep.
And as soon as we heard that, DeForest Buckner, obviously dog in the middle. He's a great player. I think he's a good person to have
So big.
on this Indianapolis Colts team. He is they walked out of that fucking tunnel. He is so massive of a human.
Mammoth.
He's out there. I think Derrick Henry rushed for 240 yards or something like that. Maybe 5 touchdowns that night.
Yeah, and then last year.
Those are not the actual stats, but he took the fucking game over. That is what the Titans have that nobody else has, though, with Derrick Henry. Now, there's probably other running backs that could potentially do this and get into this. Now with the way offenses are being run, I don't know how often this is going to happen, but they can actually beat you down. So, like, the thought that Will Levis is now in there, in the way he operates, with how pumped up and jacked up he is, they, like, relish in beating you down. Vrabel will stick with the run game even into the third quarter if they're down losing and the run game hasn't worked. In the first half, only averaging 1.8 yards or like 2.1 yards. And it's like, hey, we're down 2 scores. Most teams panic. Hey, we need to start throwing the ball. We need to kind of get rid of the run. We can get rid of the run, and we want to have to like answer for it because the averages were low. So we can easily say we wanted to run, we couldn't run, so we had to go to the pass game. That's what a lot of offense coordinators say whenever they get super pass happy and it doesn't work out. They will come out right at the third quarter and be like, again?
Yeah.
And they will literally and at some point, the defenses get tired. Now, with no weapons, you can just put 8 in the box, and you're not just beating down 1 or 2 people the entire game, and then something's popping out. You're trying to beat down an entire defense. So they got to get some sort of production from the arm, but getting rid of A.J. Brown, maybe that fucked Tannehill, too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
That doesn't help him in this whole thing. And he's a guy who had to go away. Remember?
Yeah.
He had to go away because how
After the
hard
playoffs.
the loss
After the
hit him.
Bengals.
So he's all in.
The year before that, we played them in the playoffs with A.J. Brown and packed the box, and Tannehill couldn't make a throw.
Oh, yeah, down there.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times.
And we whooped their ass. We played man-to-man the whole game. I mean, man-to-man. AJ by himself. Tannehill couldn't make a fucking comeback throw to save his life.
Well,
Had a bad day.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, that's why they drafted a quarterback. They know, but everything you're just saying about the Titans, it feels like that's what the Colts are going to be with Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson. Like they might
6'4",
run
240. Is that what
they might run the ball 50, 60 times a game.
We got a dog, too.
And you got weapons. Like in comparison to the Titans.
Hey, look out. Look out.
Look out.
Look out. Maybe sprinkle a little mana on the Colts to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Certainly.
You don't have to put much money down to get a good return on them.
Okay, thank you.
$2.
Well, these are futures bets. There's a lot of great odds in futures bets. Thank you. Oh, they're the 3rd worst in the league.
Oh, okay.
Plus 8,500.
But they jump.
Value.
I was actually looking at 2024 mocks. They have the Cardinals picking 1 and 2 because they have their first pick, and then they have the Texans' first pick, so that'd be 1 and 2, and then Colts at 3.
Okay.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, that would be huge.
All right.
Might be worth it.
I don't want that to be Anthony Richardson's first year in the NFL, but if we end up
Are
in a
y'all
place,
already talking about tanking it? Wow.
we're not tanking shit, Pac.
No.
That's not our DNA.
I'm
You
just
just
asking,
need
Just getting beat every week.
Everybody, there's a chance we lose. There's a chance we lose.
if
Horrible
you get your
for
good
Harrison.
players to play good like they did 2 years ago, you guys are going to be just
Let's talk about other teams. How about the Seattle Kraken?
Oh, my good
unbelievable.
How about the Kraken?
Crackheads are alive.
I talked about the
Hey, this is in the NHL. You need to know this. There's a brand new team to the NHL called the Kraken,
Sweet color.
which is a sea creature.
Sea monster, yeah.
Yeah, it's like an octopi almost or something along those lines. A squid maybe. I forget what it is. When they debuted it, we all said, how is that what we ended up with? I want to let you know, they've done a great job. The jerseys are fantastic.
great.
So cool.
The color is glorious. Made me a fan just strictly from watching them. Then these motherfuckers, because the expansion draft, fly. These dudes fly. They are a great team.
Good team.
The Kraken came in with a little bit of light buzz. Nothing really. First year, remember, fan saved coach's life. Saw
right.
a mole on the back of the neck.
Got to get that checked out.
Get that checked out. Turned out it was like cancerous.
Yeah.
They removed that. Coach and fan have moment. Shout out that.
Shout out
That was the story.
Yeah.
First year
Yeah.
for our show. Now, I understand other people probably talking about him. We're just talking about from a very national, regional football stooge show.
That and the Sean Kemp T-shirt.
Yes.
Bingo.
That was the debut.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So debut was, wow, could we not get a bigger jersey? Happy he didn't get too pissed. And then,
Yeah, exactly.
Well said.
and then also life saved. And it's like, okay, cute. They got a new team this year. How we doing? Keep it moving. Just knocked off the Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah.
And they got sick uniforms and they fly.
Yep.
The Kraken are a real problem. The Las Vegas Golden Knights expansion team had immediate success and
Yeah.
built up a fan base. Feels like the Kraken are doing the exact same thing. Joining us live from the couch, man who's a Stanley Cup champion and host of That's Hockey Talk, which will be live from here tonight. I believe.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait to watch 8 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/That's Hockey Talk. Rapoport, can you hear us over there? This is going good.
Oh, man. Did he turn the
Robert?
mic on?
No, does he have a microphone?
Microphone's not over here.
He has a microphone.
He does have it. I don't think he's turning
What's
it
up,
on.
fellas?
There it is.
Rapper, took us a while to get to you, pal. We do
It
apologize.
took a little while. I couldn't get this thing in my ear.
Hey, you got those teal Chucks on again for the second straight day.
I
They
do.
look so cool.
Sweet shot.
That is a sweet shot. Jabba might have to
Jabba?
stand down, Jabba.
Like who's Sasquatch?
Jabba, stand down.
Looks like you guys are about to square off here.
Oh, a little
me
duel.
and
It's
Rapper?
like stepbrothers right here that
Yeah.
scoring off in the front yard.
You can call me Dragon.
Jabba, you're a great operator, okay? Don't be turning on us, though, like some of these AIs that have made the Google guy step down.
Yeah, it's not good.
Don't even want to talk about that.
The Godfather.
That's a big thing. And I don't know if that's an internet report or an actual report, but it is about the internet on the internet.
Yeah.
Pretty real deal internet report.
Absolutely.
Rupper, Seattle Kraken, they use the color that's on your shoes right now.
Yeah.
And also on your pants. You look very cool. They look very cool. And they're a good team. Is this something? It's great for the NHL. How often does this happen? And why aren't we doing this more?
They're incredible, and the thing is with them, they don't have like a superstar, right? Like they set an NHL record this year. They had Nick, what was it?
17 guys?
17, thank you. 17 players on their team with over 25 points. So
Damn.
it's coming from everywhere. You don't know where it's coming from, but they dog the puck all game long. They get on you, they get in your face, and we saw it again last night, man. They're poor Gumps. They took it to the Stars, man. But they come, and I think going game 7.
they come.
Going game 7 kind of helps you roll into the next series. Like they know nothing but go right now,
Panthers.
man. It's they're electrifying.
So explain that this is their second year in the league.
Yeah.
Shout out to them being able to build something like this quickly.
Yeah.
They made a fan out of me and the wife. We'll watch
Absolutely.
Sick unis, like you mentioned, right?
on that white on the
Yeah.
ice. I mean, it is.
Looks clean.
It is filthy. And then the Las Vegas Golden Knights, they also had success. They have a fan base. How come the expansion thing doesn't happen more often? How does it happen? And what does the draft? You just get like the third best player on every team?
So the draft, you could only protect certain players in the expansion
Every team
draft.
has
Every
to
team.
offer up players.
Yeah, so off the top of my head, it's like you can protect X amount of skaters and one goaltender, or you can be like, they don't want teams to. The most important position to protect is your defenseman. So they're like, all right, if you want to protect more defensemen, you could do that. But now you're going to leave unprotected more players. So maybe you would have 12 protected players that would drop to like 9 or 8.
Do people try to dump contracts in this
Yeah,
as well?
so this is where it's at though, and that's how Vegas came in. Is that these teams are like, all right, well this guy, it's a bad contract with him, so we're gonna expose him in the draft, and if he gets picked up, it's cool, man. We get to dust our hands from that bad contract. Well, all you get though is a bunch of misfits. A bunch of castaways that are pissed off, chips on their shoulder,
hell yeah.
and they
In a
come
new
together.
city, building a
yeah,
brand.
I mean that's what Vegas was. Vegas was a castaway of bad contracts and players. So they got something different, man. We know in sports you get that. That's an edge.
Yeah.
So, but here's the other thing with Seattle too.
You're good.
I thought I heard an alarm there.
Did you? You should tell us.
No, we're good. We're
Thank
good.
you for thinking about that.
Concussions.
I hear it too.
What is it?
Sounded like a fire alarm for a second.
Is there a fire?
There's a firehouse.
It's gone
across the
away.
street.
It's gone away.
Let's get a fire extinguisher. Let's put that on. We have to have one.
Yeah, we need one of those.
We have to have. I think we had to have one.
Tim
Yeah,
has
somewhere.
one on his hip usually at all times.
A fire extinguisher?
Yeah, like one of those smaller ones.
No, firearm.
On his
different
hip?
Oh,
Than fire extinguisher.
okay.
Yeah,
Hey.
but the fire extinguisher. Anyways, Rupper, if you see a fire, please.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
give us a shout.
Guys, I'll be aware
Put your
here.
skates on and skate up close to it and dust it with some.
Oh
salt.
yeah, dude. Could you imagine? That would be so sick.
Hey, but here's the thing with Seattle. Get back to that. You have people think because they're year 2 of existence that they're inexperienced. They actually have a lot of man games in the playoffs. So these are veteran guys who've been around and played in the playoffs with other teams. So it's not like, they get paid too. They're going to go out there and execute and play the game. So they're the story, man.
How much was that team bought for, started for? Like, if I wanted to say put one in Indianapolis, what would be the down payment, and then what is the salary cap for the first 2 years?
So, Nikki, you might have to jump in.
And
here.
how many expansion teams
you
have
can look
happened?
it up because there's a fee. Okay, there's the
$600 million. I think Vegas paid $500 million.
So it's $500. I think Seattle had to pay $600 million for expansion fee that just goes to split up amongst all the other owners in the league. So the owners like this, right?
Hilarious.
So you drop that.
What a gig!
That's just
you're going to make our league so much better, but to do that.
Just to hang with us, you got to pay $600
How many
million.
teams? How many teams?
32 right now.
Okay, start doing some math.
But there's some rumors of some teams potentially moving. That's always in it. But I mean, there's also some cities that have been starving for another team for a team for a while. So there could be more expansion. I think that, and they've even talked about potential expansion to other parts of the world, which I know in other sports they've looked into that before. But hockey's a huge contingency in Europe and in different areas. So I think it's all looking good.
Go ahead, Tom.
It says the total investment for the Kraken right before game 1 of their franchise was about $2 billion.
Okay, so that's going to take a little time.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds just made a bid.
Yeah, $1 billion.
And hence that's the Ottawa Senators. I know it's Canada's capital, but they need a new arena. The arena's not even downtown Ottawa. Like, there's a lot of things. So if that potentially sells for $1 billion, that's great for hockey. Like, that's going to keep pushing those prices up. Because what, the Pens...
Let's make a good deal up there, huh?
The Pens...
Hey, let's make a good deal on the sale, Ryan.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ryan.
Come on, for the good of the buyer's market.
For everybody.
You know what I mean?
Fenway ruined the Pens. Don't bring up that stuff.
Ryan Reynolds is reported to be among those prepared to bid more than $1 billion US to buy the Ottawa Senators in the team's home arena, Canadian Tire Center. Shout out. If the sale goes through at reported level, it would make Ottawa the first NHL franchise to top $1 billion. Congrats to the NHL.
Yes.
Congrats to sports as a whole, by the way. Go ahead, Connor.
Robert just mentioned different parts of the country or of the world, like the NFL. Are you saying like a Mexico City Maniacs is possible here, Robert?
Hey, you might need to be branding that, dude. Like, that's a nice one. I don't know. There's been conversation that, how every year we have like the premier games, so it's preseason games that are played in Europe, and those things sell out. I mean, think about it. I think 30% of NHL rosters are European players. And so there's an appetite there. How does it work out logistically? I think that's a big
Impossible
question.
Is the final answer.
Okay.
That's what the NFL is finding out. I don't know how big your guys' operation is, but it's like feasible, like not as a word to describe. Like there has to be like a home base, a tryout base. How many transactions happen during the season on NHL teams? A lot?
Yeah, a lot.
Bottom half of the roster?
I mean, throughout, yeah. And pretty active trade deadline time, but it's pretty active throughout the season.
So, like, the NFL rosters, those are like every week. There's like 7 new, on 8 new.
Practice squad.
And they're going from another team to another team. Like, Europe would be a fucking interesting. How do you have workouts in there?
Right, but then it's even in hockey, the farm club. Like, that's huge. Like, it used to be, I mean, there was times where you've had Vancouver or, the LA Kings farm club was in Manchester, New Hampshire. That's not real convenient. You're puking before the game. We got to call someone up. Oh, we got to get them from fucking New Hampshire, like in time for the game. Like, that's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So now all of the teams have
regionalized.
Yeah, they're very close to one another. But if you got a team, it doesn't stop. If you're to put teams in Europe or somewhere else in the world, you got to have a farm club there handy. Like it's a big project.
Who's going to win it? Kraken got a chance to win this thing? The championship? Lordo, that was just right here yesterday. How about that, Rupper? Thank you for that.
Hey.
How about this? I've seen some people.
Phil set that up, man.
Hell yeah. Phil had to connect with Matt. Great guy. Matt's a great guy. Remember?
Yeah,
Matt, he was so funny the last time he came in.
Yeah. He was cracking jokes yesterday till 5:30.
I've seen some people say, I guess they let anybody just drink from Lordo now. What if sports? I've seen some comments. I should have explained in there that because we had a Stanley Cup champion in our presence, he was able to pour said beer into my mouth. So I appreciate you providing that opportunity. I have no idea if that's ever going to happen again. That was incredibly cool. Thank you for that.
No, dude, it was great. And we were saying it yesterday too. When he kind of ran out of here before. I wanted to see if everybody can get it. I never drank out of the cup.
What?
Never drank out of the cup when we won.
Yeah. Why?
So we got to figure out a way to get it back. It was just
what happened? You told us you did ice cream out of it, didn't you?
I ate food out of it. But you're supposed to, the whole thing is drinking champagne from the cup after you win the cup that night. You just pour it on your head. And all. We had a champagne party in the locker room, but I didn't drink it out of the cup. I was a rookie when we won.
My God.
So it's
What a
like
rookie move,
I'm trying to, okay, I don't want to upset the veterans here. Just going to sit back and whatever. I never drank out of it.
Guy thought he was going to win it every year, probably.
Well,
I did. Hey, that's funny you said it because the Devils won in 95, 2000, and when I was there in 2003. So in those 8 years, 3 Stanley Cup wins, and I think 1 or 2 more finals. So 4 or 5 finals in 8 years. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna stay here for 8 years, 10 years. I'll be at about six more of these, right? I'll be here.
They'll call it the Rupp Cup.
Couldn't get fucking close to like one of my last years, man. It's a grind. It's a grind.
That's like
the Stanley Rupp. Yeah, I went to the Super Bowl my rookie year, and I just so happened to be the one that was on the team doing the job that I was doing.
Same as me, man.
Anybody could have been doing the job that I was doing, that was in the professional level. I just got lucky to be the one that got to do it. And I'm like, okay, guys, hey, we lose. All right, Drew Brees is baby crying. Oh, all right, confetti. It's okay. That locker room was fucking miserable, dude. They all knew. They knew like what was potentially how hard it is to get back there because the Patriots kind of offset everybody's actual reality of what it is like to make it to the Super Bowl. You got to get lucky health-wise. You got to get lucky contract-wise. Balls have to go your way. And it's like an oblong ball. So it's not like a predictable, just like the goddamn puck. So like the Patriots kind of change everybody's perspective on it. 2 years later, we were completely defeated. We were almost completely defeated.
Number 1 pick.
Number 1 overall, we got Andrew Luck. It was like the ride of it all can really change. But I do wish I could go back and tell me like, hey, pal, like,
drink it in.
Try to
This doesn't happen.
Yeah, like this is not going to happen like ever again. It's a crazy thing. And in hockey, it's 7 games though. That's an interesting vibe because you guys can have. Do you get up for every game? Is there like a tired game?
No, not really. I don't think in the playoffs you don't. I don't think you get tired or you don't tell yourself that, right? Like we have.
They got to be fucking exhausted.
Have to be.
Here's the thing that I don't know what it's like in other sports, but at the beginning of the season, you come into camp and it's like you'll see a guy and you'll be like, whoa, that guy's pretty yoked. Like he came in big this summer, put in the work. And
properly jogged.
If you took a picture of I think this would be great, without being creepy about it. Take a picture of that dude, like a before and after training camp, and then that team winning the Stanley Cup of that guy, just waist up, even his face. Dude, by the end of the grind, guys' faces are drawn. They look sick, man. They've lost. I've seen guys that come into training camp that are 215 pounds, and at the end of the Stanley Cup Finals, when they win the Cup, they're like 195 pounds.
Oh, you really ragdoll them, man.
They're depleted, man. Oh. It's crazy.
Guys,
Those guys.
Oh my God.
Fucking dummy them.
That does sound absolutely miserable. Like, because you're just running sprints, right? Isn't it just sprints pretty much? That's your sport?
Pretty much, yeah.
Then get off the ice.
30 seconds. You go 30 seconds.
Nobody takes any time off in the offseason? You have to just keep training? You can't take like a month?
No, you can take time off.
Oh,
you got your schedule when it ramps up. But
These guys are fat,
I
man.
usually would be like, I got 2 weeks where I just was garbage time. Like I just every meal, fast food, drink what you want, whatever.
Hell yeah.
And then like that was 2 weeks. I do it so much I didn't want to see fast food the rest of the summer.
Smart.
And then you kind of start building it back in. But yeah,
that's what I did with the lockout because they weren't drug testing anymore.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm gonna go here.
You were the best. You were the best in the lockout.
Dude, that was like 100-some days. I went. I said, by the end of this thing, I want nothing to do with going out, drinking, doing anything that I can't do anyways because I'm getting drug tested immediately because public intoxication does require, I guess, a 27-month sentence in the substance of abuse policy.
Just random testing?
8 tests a month. I took 200 and some tests. Yeah. And anytime I left my house, had to call them and tell them where I was going to be and 2 phone numbers they could reach out. I had a PO, man. I did. It was you were
even out the country.
Yeah, were you in the program?
Hell yeah, I was in the program.
Did you get out of it? No way.
Yeah, I did.
Did you really?
I stayed 2. Well,
it is made for you not to get out of it.
I'm like, yo, then Doctor, whatever the fuck his name is. It's like, oh, you missed the test. I'm like, bro, I'm missing the fucking test. Can come back and test me, but I stayed there 3 years.
How were you guys with testing? Because we had random testing in the NHL too, and some guys were okay. Some guys had a little stage fright when they got to stare over your shoulder at your dog.
Dude, I peed at a hotel lobby at like 4:30 p.m.-ish. I guess everybody was checking into this hotel at the same exact time in Charlotte, I think. Me and this dude walk into the handicap stall with a packed bathroom. We're talking 5 people at urinal.
These guys have no idea.
2 toilets, and me and this guy walk right into the handicap stall in the back.
He got a bag.
Yeah, he's got bag covers. Yes, exactly. I mean, I have, at that stage, if you had any stage fright at all, you're wasting your whole life pretty much. But it got to a point, I would like to hear your thoughts. 30 months means you probably had 1 fail or 1 miss at some point in there. Yeah. They have it so like you're in there forever. Once you get in there, they're trying to keep you. You got to meet with a substance of abuse counselor once a week for an hour. You got to report this. You get 8 tests. It's like those tests can come at any moment at all. I'd like to get your thoughts on it. Did you wake up every morning and were scared to piss because you thought you were maybe going to get a piss test and you didn't want to waste any time? You just wanted to knock it out and get out of there? Because I used to think about that after I got out of it. I'm like, I'd wake up and I'd be scared to go take your morning pee. You know?
Yeah.
Because there's a chance you're getting a text
in
like 45 minutes to do your piss test or whatever. And it's like, that was something as I was getting out of the substance abuse program, I was like, they got me right now.
That's trauma.
They got me right now.
That's PTSD.
They really do. Once I started waking up and just pissing, what a change in my life. That was when I was really out.
Hell yeah.
You know, that was when I was really out.
Freedom.
It was crazy, bro. I didn't know you were in there. You got out of it. That's not easy.
Yeah. And I was sneaking and geeking too.
What's that mean?
So I knew when they test us on, let's say they test us on Tuesday, they can't test you on Wednesday. They can come back on Thursday.
Okay.
So whatever I was doing, you know, having a drink or whatever extracurricular activities, I knew that I had 2 days to get it out.
They got me in Indianapolis one time. I flew to Vegas immediately afterwards, and then I was in Pittsburgh on Sunday. They got me on Sunday too. I did a hot tub. I did a hot sauna. Oh my God, got to get the booze out of this. But I had to report where I was traveling to. So they were trying to catch my ass, it felt like.
I would tell them I'm driving past. Like, yo, where you going? Like, I'm going to Atlanta. It's going to take me probably 12 hours to get there. I'm going to see my mom. That's probably going to take me 6 hours because I ain't going to get no service in there. Then I'm going to drive back to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm on the road. I took a bus. I was on a bus. I did all the reality TV shows on a bus. I went and saw the most haunted house in Florida. I went Bigfoot hunting in Georgia. I rode those big fan boats with some alligators.
Sweet.
I raced go-karts against some of these NASCAR kids in the hills of North Carolina. I did all that stuff, but they thought I was on the run from them because I was on a bus. I'm in Georgia. Oh, tomorrow I'll be in Florida. Sorry about it. This is the hotel. I'm checking. They tested me at 4 a.m. in Georgia after I got done trying to find Bigfoot out in the middle of fucking nowhere. The guy who tested me, because they have people in the city. What's the name of that company that does the piss testing?
I forget the name of
it. They're in every Clean Sport, maybe?
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's Clean Sport.
It is.
They have people in every city. This guy was a veteran piss collector.
Beast.
Okay, he had been around, this guy in Georgia.
Seen a lot of piss.
He said, I've never been told to go test at 4 a.m. to somebody. I want to let you know that. It's the first. Who did you piss off, pretty much, is what the guy said. I said, I've been on a run, man. I was looking for ghosts yesterday in Florida. I'm going up to Carolina right now. They think I'm running. That thing was a nightmare. Janikowski told me, go on cruise. What they do? Land on boat? Changed my life.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to a break. That was a good trip down memory lane there.
Yeah,
there was that one guy.
It was a long months, dude.
Bro, that was hard.
Long months.
Every week you had to go and see the person, the psychiatrist person. Not no missing. You missed, they kind of count it as a missed drug test.
Yes, and I don't know how your friends were at that stage of your life. My friends, every one of them was out. So it was like, I tried to go out one time. I'm gonna be a sober friend. I've heard this happens places. I've heard people do this. I'm gonna be the sober friend. I'm gonna have so much fun.
It's not fun.
It was the worst. I felt like I was holding everybody back.
Yep.
I'm like, why aren't you guys doing that, man? You guys are doing this because I'm here? God damn it. So I just couldn't even go out with all my friends. It's a pretty isolated time. Then the lockout came. No more testing. Boys, I'm coming back home this week. I mean, it was like a 100-day run. It was a 100-some-day run. It was incredible.
It was.
That's why I thought I would be dead by this particular day.
Sure.
Happy to be 36 today.
Yeah, sure.
Yesterday was a great day. Rapper, we appreciate you, bud. We'll probably call for you from the couch again as he is doing That's Hockey Talk live tonight here from the Thunderdome. Let's go, Nick. This is a big step.
It is. It's very exciting. We gotta manufacture some drama. We gotta make up a good storyline to get the buzz going.
Big game
For the
tonight.
show?
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta come up with a good gimmick.
Well, Barry Melrose is coming on, right?
Barry?
He's sitting in the fucking Levy Lounge right now. You know, I mean, he's big game tonight. Vegas Golden Knights.
When was the last time you did Melrose?
Probably like 3-4 years ago. It's been a while.
I saw your head.
I haven't heard him on TV. I couldn't even remember how he fucking sounded.
Just for those of you, and this is a really cool thing, I'm getting a chance to chat about Ty a little bit for something that is really cool for Ty. I'm fucking incredibly pumped for him. And just like trying to describe Ty is a hilarious thing because I get the opportunity to see his face whenever he's just cooking or thinking. And there is always, you can basically see exactly what's happening inside of his brain from his face. You know like there is a haymaker coming.
Oh, yeah.
Like there is something coming. Right there, I saw him trying to think if he had Barry Melrose still in the chamber. It's
been a while.
That was awesome to watch.
It's been a while.
Hey, you're a true talent, Ty.
I appreciate it.
boy.
I appreciate it.
True talent.
I appreciate it.
The Mad Mel thing, because of how big the show has gotten, and I think we all just kind of take it for granted because of how easily you do it. Yeah. And I don't want you to ever think that we don't appreciate and respect the shit out of you, because I think we all genuinely laugh until we go, poof, literally. I think every day, multiple times because of you. Your hit rate is so incredibly high, all the time. Okay, so Mad Mel is such a weapon, for draft night. A lot of people seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
The reaction has been remarkable, and you've earned it all, pal. And you are one of one. And also, I don't think people have even seen a lot of the shit that you can do yet. And I'm very excited for that as well.
Well, I appreciate it very much. I mean, if you didn't give me the opportunity to do it.
Nah, shut up.
No,
Let's get out of here.
Legit,
I don't want to hear it.
Doing it, I mean, because I have been doing that just around people and a group of my friends for the longest time. And never did I think that a shitload of people.
How about Lou
actually be
Holtz,
able to
bro?
see this. Yeah, exact same deal.
Lou Holtz, he went to a Catholic high school. So Catholic high schools look up to Notre Dame. Could you imagine him just 9th grade year?
Exactly.
Doing Lou Holtz around friends. That's why you can say anything in these. Some people can only say things that have already been said. And maybe they're not able to. You can have full conversation about anything as these human beings. And it's a fucking weapon for us, dude.
It is. Yeah.
Appreciate the hell out of you, man.
Boy, Ty.
Connor's even starting to dive into the impersonations.
Which one did I do?
You were doing that hockey commentator.
Don Cherry?
No.
Oh, Linda Hextall?
Yeah.
Leah. Yeah, you're right. I do her.
Leah Hextall.
It's Leah, you scumbag.
Oh, shit.
What was it?
Linda?
I thought it was Linda. Fuck.
What'd she say, though?
Sorry. Just I love that one.
You're an asshole. Leah Hextall is crushing it this year.
Yeah.
I know she is. That's why I've been.
That's why
I'm gonna
Connor's been
fucking
working
try.
on it.
and
I'll tell you
figure
what,
that out.
hockey has gotten good coverage.
It has.
Great coverage.
By the way,
Playoffs have been amazing.
opposite of the Lakers angle. I asked Rapoport yesterday. I said, "How's Game 7s with hockey?" Yeah, it's something.
Someone just took it.
Massive
Fart.
shit right there.
And the Kraken and the Panthers right off of Game 7. Both of them won last night.
I love that because you're talking about basketball not being able to make it. Is that what you just referred to?
Correct. Yeah. And then Game 7 hockey. He said hockey we actually like to carry it through.
Yeah, and also he said playoff game. We're not tired. What are we?
Yeah.
Right.
These dudes. It'll come out after they get eliminated. These hockey folks. This guy was playing with a severed kidney.
Yeah.
3 broken ribs.
This guy's spine was broken in 3 spots. He's going to have back surgery. He is out 17 months. It's I just saw this guy playing yesterday.
Yeah, one of the guys on Minnesota had a broken leg.
Flower?
Skating.
No, not
Dude, think about how much that hurts just to skate. They're doing all this shit on ice, bro.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Hey, that a baby Rupper.
Rupper.
Rupper also fought a lot of people on ice.
Yeah, he's a dog.
All right, let's get to a break. A guy who would have done great in fisticuffs on ice in the NHL will be joining us on the other side. And I'm not talking about Sean Charania, although we assume he'd be able to handle his own.
Yeah.
Maybe. If he
We're
gets
talking
that
about
much.
the Ohio champion.
Yes.
Let's hear what he has to say about Aaron Rodgers tomorrow. Yesterday's appearance about Aaron Rodgers and what his thoughts are as the all-time leading tackler of the Green Bay Packers. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Take 5. I'm just reading this headline here that is written on this piece of paper by Boston Connor this morning. Lou Holtz sent Brian Kelly several letters over his Notre Dame tenure to no response.
Yep.
This must have slipped through the cracks in the group text. Sports Illustrated is reporting, while talking to reporters this past week, Lou Holtz shared that while Brian Kelly was at the helm, he wrote him several letters over his tenure as coach. Unfortunately, Holtz said he never got a response. So, obviously, we got to go.
Well. Looks like I wasn't fibbing when I said that Brian Kelly was a big old piece of shit. You write this guy letters and try to tell him, hey, this is exactly what you need to do if you want to be a successful coach at Notre Dame. Okay, he didn't fucking respond to me once. You know how long it takes me to write these goddamn handwritten letters? I'm not typing them on a Macintosh. I'm not typing them on the Dell. I'm dipping my ink in the quill, and I'm writing these handwritten letters. And what does he do? He says, hey, you know what, Lou? I won't write you a letter, but I'll send some kid into a cherry picker with 85-mile-an-hour winds, and I'll kill him. And then guess what? I still won't write you a letter back. He can apologize, but it doesn't matter because Notre Dame's in the right spot. We got Marcus Freeman with 17-point underdogs at Ohio State. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Kelly gets run out of LSU because before too long, the boosters down there are going to find out what I found out. And that's that he's a big old steaming bag of shit.
Coach, isn't it a chance that you with those handwritten letters that he never got them? He was just checking his email?
No, you kidding me? If I fucking write a letter, it's getting on the head coach's desk, okay? You think Charlie Weiss ever got my handwritten letters or Tyrone Willingham? Those guys always wrote back to me. Always.
Oh, shit. Probably just put bacon in those letters.
Thank you, Coach.
That's your buddy Brady Quinn, okay? He knows I wrote a letter before every single Notre Dame home game. Had it in his locker.
What did you say about the game where you're taking on your future brother-in-law, A.J. Hawk?
Well, I said, good luck, Brady. Hopefully you play like a guy like Carlisle Holiday. I'm sure you remember him. He was a great quarterback at Notre Dame, led them to a lot of success. Of course, you know, Brady, unfortunately, they had good seasons, and they got their asses beaten every single big post-game bowl. And we all remember the LSU Sugar Bowl where Marcus Russell, or whatever the hell his name was, he threw it all over the football field. And then AJ and the Ohio State Buckeyes beat the shit out of Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl.
Did you see the documentary about Manti Te'o? Seems like a really good guy that the world
You know what?
really was rude to.
Manti's a sweet kid, okay? And I'm sick and tired of everybody shitting on him and making him feel like he wasn't a sweet kid, because he was such a sweet kid. Everything that you want out of a student athlete at Notre Dame. He wasn't Catholic, which I don't love, but he's a sweet kid, and he really got misrepresented in that. I still feel bad for Manti.
Did you write him a letter when all that shit came up?
Once again, I couldn't write him a letter because he's not Catholic. If he was Catholic, I would have, but he's Mormon, and I don't know about his religion as much as I do about the Catholic religion, touchdown Jesus, all that kind of stuff. But no, you know, I feel bad because Manti was such a good player. He was the highest rated linebacker recruit Notre Dame ever had, you know, and look at him now. He's just a sad oose on a beach down in Hawaii.
Did you say sad ooze? Oh my God, Coach Holtz, I did not know you had ooze in the repertoire.
Yeah, of course. How do you think I recruited? We got some bad ooses in my time at Notre Dame. Offensive, defensive line. I stole a couple of them from SC and BYU and all those places.
Jesus. Oh, I'll tell you, I did not expect that today.
Hey,
What?
let's go! This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Winter Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023, hour 2 of the program starts right now.
Much money!
Hey, much money to you boys as well. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Yesterday was a bit much. Today has been just right. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. 14-year NFL vet and icon rapper, Pac-Man Jones is here. I was about to say father of Junie, about to be the fastest 6-year-old in the world. And joining us live from an attic in Ohio is a man who is a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion. He's not a Ryder Cup champion.
Damn it.
But he is the Ohio champion.
That's right.
He's the Ohioan of the Ohioans. He's also a father of 10 and a COVID survivor. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk. AJ, let's dive right into it. You're glowing. You look fantastic. Is that because Aaron Rodgers stopped by yesterday? And I didn't get to ask him about the Instagram post. We'll get to that hopefully next time. That maybe had a little bit of a situation brew on this particular program between you and Connor in the group text and on air where we had to explain it all. He looked incredibly pumped, though, and happy. I think that's great news for the Jets, AJ. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, he seemed, didn't he seem like at peace, happy, like content with where he was and also excited for the new opportunities? But think how different it is going back to the offseason. Not only all of this new facility, new teammates, all of this attention, but at night he's going to Knicks games, he's going to hockey games, he's at MSG. Normally he'd be hanging out at his house, reading weird books, doing whatever.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, I would like to dive in. Is that the book club? That's all the books that he...
No, like I'm saying, like it's got to be cool for him to get there and be like, wow, there's a lot of energy here. New York City, this is cool, man.
He mocked him for going the Wicked. I believe he'll probably end up seeing that at some point because there was a chance to go to the game. But him and Sauce enjoying the game last night. He looks young. He looks happy is what everybody's saying.
It's a drama sitting next to him right there.
And Turtle. Turtle was there as well.
I mean, yeah.
Whole squad out there,
That's
Buck.
not drama.
I mean, it was a big
Drama
time
was
night.
not there.
Yeah, he just called Turtle drama.
Yeah.
You pig.
Jeez.
He lives in Cleveland, actually. Turtle lives in Cleveland.
I saw the list
He's
of
an Ohio guy
celebrities
right now.
on there, and I did not see Drama's names.
Me neither.
I did see Turtle's name on there, though.
Yeah, Turtle was the one. AJ.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you
That's
do
a
that?
good question. Why did I do that? I don't know. Didn't mean to. Sometimes I mess people's names up that I'm calling them their characters from a show that was on 20 years ago.
Hey, listen, Ari Gold came on and we talked to him.
We did.
And he talked to us. This is
This
a part of the program. This is part of the program.
Tripping right
you know what I mean? This is part of the program. He might have been on.
Yeah.
He was on the
Toad.
frog.
He might have been on the Toad or whatever, tripping, talking about Aaron. But it's back to Aaron. He might play 3-4 years. He's 39. Why not? If he's the belle of the ball over there, the talk of the biggest town, you know what I mean? Not just talk of the town. That's the biggest town.
Oh, yeah.
There's no towns bigger.
By far.
It's actually number one in sizes of towns
Big Dahn.
in the country.
Number one time.
If he's the talk of the town, big pops for that fucking guy. Everywhere he goes over there. And then he said, I'm talking to people on the street. If you win, why wouldn't you want to continue to do that?
Especially in New York.
You would.
Why wouldn't you? If you could still do it, he said, I could throw it to him 60. Okay? Do you think he heard people saying, because the way they were describing it is, the Jets trade a probable future first rounder for 39-year-old quarterback. Do you think Aaron heard that? That's why he said yesterday, I'll be able to throw a football till I'm 60. You think he heard that?
Yeah, I think so. I think he probably hears like whispers, people probably claiming, oh, well, he was the 2-time MVP, but he wasn't the MVP this last year. So, hey, he's falling off a cliff.
So he's at May football.
Stacking it up.
He's dialing it up.
That's a rare,
Weapons
isn't it a rare
everywhere.
combination, though? Like, very happy where he's at, very excited about the new surroundings, but also tons of chips continue to stack on his shoulder.
Yeah, motivated.
Is he throwing too soon?
Is this bad for his? Because remember, we've gone through this whole thing about how his arm felt when it was
Is
felt.
he going to die out like late
Oh,
November?
whoa.
Is his arm going to be
I'd
shot?
say.
Oh, is that because he's old? Whoa, AJ.
He's throwing too early.
Oh,
Throwing
you
too
want to
early.
say that again? Jeez.
Yikes. This guy
You
hates
guys are
Aaron.
really. You guys have a lot of energy today.
Bro, the flick
I'd
of his
say
wrist, that thing ain't
It's
gonna get
fucking
tired.
May 3rd. Sorry, what's that?
Great
Say
day.
the flick of that wrist, that ain't gonna get tired.
Flick of the wrist.
He's go. Why is he? The ball's just different. It's put in
It's
different
just
positions.
different, man. You have, what's that movie where the dude have the surgery?
Rookie of the year.
Yep.
Like that's how Aaron is
Rowan
when it
Gardner.
get to throwing the ball. Like you can go
Garden hoser.
through a lot of quarterbacks that's done played the ball. I mean, played this game, but nobody throw the ball like Aaron.
You got to heat up the ice cubes too at the age of 39.
Hot ice.
And whenever you're doing that, you know, he has all his recovery and stuff. He did say that he, I got a couple things that have already been scheduled, but I did feel obligated and I felt like I had to be here and wanted to be here to kind of meet everybody. That's become a little bit of a story of the conversation because at one point, everybody assumed he was going to be at full OTAs. Now, maybe not. Hilarious to even talk about to a guy that's been in the NFL and won the MVP 4 times, you know?
Yeah, who assumed he'd be there every day, though?
I think he said the duration.
Yeah,
He did.
for the rest of the time, and then since
He's
I figured he would-
already changed.
Like
the
a lot of
story.
vets. A lot of vets do that. They kind of come and go.
Yeah, he may take a couple G days here.
yeah.
Yeah. What are we
Yeah,
doing next
should.
week? Red zone? That's the gold zone, right?
We're good
Got
there.
it.
I remember.
Once everybody does it, cool. I'll come in. I remember it as well.
Right.
I need 4 days, 5 days here. I need a little 4-day vacation.
It was like Brady.
Where are you going? Well, I got to go to the jungle.
Yeah, Costa Rica's calling.
You know
You've
what
heard
I
of
got.
Well,
Jim.
he deserved to get his vet days, man. He done put in the work. Like, no reason for him to be out there fucking throwing every day of the fucking week. We know what he can do. Like, nobody gonna have Aaron out there throwing. Oh, you need to throw every day. We need to make sure you can handle the wealth. I mean, the longer of the
It's all on
No,
Aaron,
we're
I
not
think.
doing that.
Whatever
Yeah.
Aaron wants to do. Like,
Yeah.
I think that is probably what, they probably want it to be that way too. Like the Jets probably like, hey, we hope he takes enough initiative here. Because it sounded like whenever he was at the Packers, he wanted more like,
On his plate.
hey, I would like to maybe contribute in different ways than just
Be involved, right?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, so I wonder if like them being like, hey, this guy wants to make, who are we to tell him this is the best way for Aaron Rodgers to throw?
Yeah.
You know, like
Not us.
that's just what we didn't even ask. We missed it.
What?
Bad journalism. Fuck.
What?
First round pick, was he pissed off about it? Because remember,
Oh, yeah.
they disrespected him.
We just knew he was.
No, yeah, but we should have got his answer out of that. I would have been excited to hear what he would have said to that. So that's a miss. We'll get better. Hey, we'll get better.
Remember for next time.
It wasn't like an official ART, though. So next time.
Yeah, it was a surprise. It was a start,
There's a start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you will.
It's a birthday call in.
Kind of.
Oh, a spart.
Yeah, kind of just slipped out.
Like Sparrow, but with just take the row,
Right.
put a T.
Yep.
Spart. Surprise birthday, Aaron Rodgers Tuesday.
There it is.
It was a good spart. I mean, we'll have a better spart, hopefully, somebody else. you know?
And they just signed his best pal, Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb came to the team. We
Randall's
didn't even
coming.
ask him about how many more demands he's got.
That's right.
Right. That was last
A reunion. Former Packers wide receiver Randall Cobb is expected to agree on a 1-year deal with the New York Jets, allowing him to play with Aaron Rodgers in New York, per sources.
Wow.
The two men who walked off the field together in Green Bay now walk onto the field here in New York together. Not what he said. Probably would have been, well, who are we? We didn't even ask about on Spart about any of the things that actually matter. But I think this is a big story because it can contribute to the people that are saying that he's making demands and commands to the Jets, which was a story before whenever they signed Alan Lazard. Alan Lazard, I think, would have been signed by a lot of teams because Alan Lazard really fucking good. But also Nathaniel Hackett being the offense coordinator, brand new offense coordinator, signing veteran guys that know his system is a very normal move around the NFL, I think, AJ.
Oh, I think the same happens with coaches, happens with players. You hire who you have like track record with, where you know, hey, I know what I'm getting in this person probably.
Jordy Nelson lining up for the Jets this year is going to be something.
Make it happen.
Could you imagine, you Packers fans?
Oh, God.
You're getting a 1 next year probably because he's going to play more than 65% of the games.
Yeah.
But you're potentially going to see the Ring of Honor over there trying to go win one for the great state and city of New York and New Jersey.
Yeah, if Jordy lines up in 87 for the Jets.
Hell yeah. He's going to make them do it. You know?
might,
for sure.
I might fucking jump off the top of the Thunderdome.
Don't do that. We need you to take that one out of the brain.
Well, I
we
don't
need
know.
that one out of there.
That one, I mean, Rodgers is tough enough to swallow. If Jordy comes back, when I was asking for it for the last 3 years with the Packers, oh boy, that would be tough.
So the thing about Jordy is he doesn't even know that Aaron's on the Jets right now.
That's a good point.
He's been on the ranch.
Yep.
He doesn't have a clue. Right, AJ? There's a chance.
Full ranching.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance. And Jordy, good luck prying that dude out of retirement. He's not coming.
Yeah, and
He's happy.
he's out. He's actually out there with the cows and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
legit farmer.
Crack of dawn.
Rancher. He's not. He's fucking ranching. That's what he does full time. He's out there. We had him on the program, and he didn't even. Trying to find a place with a little bit of service here. Mm-hmm. He's way the fuck out.
Remember when I went to his house and I was broadcasting from inside the closet of his house with him?
Yes, it was amazing. It was a great time. I think we need to go out there and see his whole ranch setup. He was running with cows one day.
Yep.
In the tan, lights on.
There's a big competition
Rodeo.
they do. He wanted us to come, he wanted us to put a team together and go do it, and go tackle bulls and do whatever.
Well, listen, I've already done some light range.
Right.
I've already done some Montana State. Let's pivot away from that. You saw it. It was on TV. Huh?
Yeah, light ranching. Yeah, you might not. Actually, you probably can't enter that because you're considered professional now.
Bingo.
Makes sense.
Amateur only.
I did not know I was doing that day. I had no idea what I was walking into.
Good surprise.
Drove a long way away from the goddamn Rockies to get into someplace, into a barn. We're out there. What do you want to do today? What do I want to do today? I want to watch your practice. Hey, how about this? Put you on a horse, it'll be fine. And then you'll wrestle a steer. Yeah, give me the robot one. No, we got a steer.
No, we got a nice
real one.
He's pissed off too.
Am I going to hurt this thing? Oh, you think you're going to hurt a fucking 1,000 pounds?
What question?
Oh, okay. You think you? Oh, sorry, tough guy. Pretty much, you're going to hurt this fucking thing. I'm like, I don't want to.
How am I supposed to?
What do I want to do? They're like, oh, okay, yeah. Don't hurt the cow that could just kill you immediately. Don't hurt it, Pat, please. Like, that was pretty much the reaction from all of the cowboys out there. Great group of people.
Mm-hmm.
I got in there, I did that. Slow fall. I had to do the legs.
Yep.
Take him down.
Got a lot of tweets from some ranchers said, hey, not bad ranching there.
Good work.
That's Montana.
Earned my belt buckle that I wear every fucking week on game day. Felt pretty proud about it. I would never be able to do it again, but Jordy could and probably line up for the Jets. Let's pivot away from the NFL. Let's go to the association.
Hell yeah.
Who's in the middle of a lot of storylines and a lot of great things in this NBA playoffs. Not only do you got LeBron and Steph, a new MVP was just crowned last night. Mm-hmm. What is his status? What is going on with this Denver team that just bullies the shit out of everybody? And on the East, who's going to make it happen? Is Houston Harden the real deal, or the Celtics maybe going to make it happen? Joining us is a man who knows everything about everything in the NBA, out of the Athletic Stadium and FanDuel TV, Charania. Holy shit, is that a leather jacket?
Oh, my
God.
Oh, my God.
Happy birthday. Pat, happy birthday. You turned, 28?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, Shams. I'm on your routine.
Feel good?
Hell yeah, dude.
Looking for happy birthday, man. Hopefully you had a great one. I wore this on Run It Back this morning on FanDuel TV, so I had to bring it back for PMS.
Oh, you ran it back. Okay. I love what you did right there. You look so cool. And I know there's a massive time for the NBA. So let's dive into what's inside of your very cool-looking head and into your brain. The NBA is popping off with storylines. Joel Embiid wins the MVP. Congrats to him.
We go, Joel.
News was broken that he was back tonight. What all happened with Joel Embiid? Was it a lesser injury than we thought it was going to be? How is he going to be able? Is he going to be monitored in minutes? What is going to happen with the current MVP of the NBA in the next game?
So, Pat, he went down on April 20th. This is when the Sixers took a 3-0 series lead against the Nets. It was quite, we didn't quite know how bad the knee injury was until the next day. He gets an MRI, and it revealed an LCL sprain. I'm told the LCL sprain was worse than a grade 1. It was essentially a grade 2 LCL sprain, close to a grade 2, and that usually can take at least multiple weeks. So tonight, if he's able to make it back, which right now he's on track to, unless there's any setback, Joel Embiid is set to make his return tonight. It'll be the 2-week mark since the injury. So this is a guy, we've seen him play through a lot, Pat. Torn meniscus he played through in 2021.
Painful. Last
year during the playoffs, he played through a torn ligament in his thumb as well as an orbital fracture in his face. So he's got a propensity to playing through pain and playing with injuries at a high level in the playoffs. And so this is no different. And so as long as he makes it through pregame warm-ups tonight, Joel Embiid potentially back tonight. They can take a 2-0 series lead with the win tonight. Philly can. So this is a massive game 2 in Boston tonight.
I wonder if we'll still see Houston Harden. What a dog. Yeah. If he shows up in something similar to the fashion that we saw the other evening, everybody needs to look the fuck out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, AJ.
What's the status for Jimmy Butler moving forward? And also, I know you wrote a piece on Dylan Brooks earlier today, I believe. What's his future look like?
Yeah, so on Jimmy, I think he wanted to play in Game 2 in New York. There is just that ankle. It just wouldn't let him play. And I think Miami, Jimmy Butler, they all agreed using a few more days off will help him rest up potentially for Game 3. It'll be 6 days in between Games 1 and Games 3. if he misses, because of the fact that he missed game 2. So he's going to get the whole week, rest up that ankle, potentially be back game 3. And yeah, on the Dylan Brooks front, the Grizzlies informed him after the season ended in exit interviews that they are moving on. Under no conditions do they see bringing him back. And so his tenure in Memphis, for all intents and purposes, is over. He did turn down a pretty lucrative extension, from what I'm told, early in the season. Talks ended after that. It was a tumultuous end of the season. He was definitely talking his game to LeBron James. It didn't end well for the Grizzlies. A 2-7 upset. It's clear he might want a bigger role on another team. He spoke about that at the end of the season. So
really,
it is kind of odd. I mean, I'll turn it to you guys. I don't know how it is in the
We
NFL.
don't know your league. Oh, no, don't turn that to us. We're just talking about humans as a whole. You said that he wants a bigger role. The guy couldn't make a shot after he talked shit to LeBron. I mean, not a single ball went into the hoop. That's basketball, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have that happen, right?
He shot 13 times per game, 10 points per game, 30% from the field, 20% from 3-point land. But I'm just curious, but just for when a team has exit interviews with their players, like in the NFL, have you guys ever heard of a team telling a player, like, we don't want you back for under any conditions, any circumstances? Like, usually a little bit of gamesmanship, right?
Well, business too. Like, but that is a funny thing.
But it's like pissing off the quarterback. Like, him and John Moran ain't seeing eye to eye. Like, who are you taking in this situation? Like, you can't piss off the quarterback.
Yeah, be who you can afford to be, I think. Now, if he goes out there, locks it down, and they go on to win, it's like now Dylan Brooks is that Draymond Green guy that he wants to be.
Green averaged 10 points at the most. The other night he had 6 points and 4 rebounds.
Yeah, but he's doing his job.
Yeah, he runs the point.
All right,
he's tackling people from behind.
Yeah. What bigger role can he play?
He's tripping people.
Smacking peenies.
Yeah.
Punching faces.
Exactly.
Right.
Locker
He
room.
is doing his thing, but they're winning. So if you win and that happens, good.
Facilitator.
You lose and you're doing that, that's pretty
Winning
bad.
is a cure for everything. I mean, and the Grizzlies, there's clearly like something culturally that they need to shift from, right? Because we've seen there have been incidents with Dylan Brooks, off the court, as far as on the court, being subject to suspensions during the year, technical fouls, fines, the comments he made off the court about LeBron James, and the Grizzlies organization, they spoke about after the season, the unnecessary off-court distraction. I think when those comments were made, it was directed at one person, especially during the playoffs, and that's Dylan Brooks. And so I think both sides, I think a fresh start is best for both sides, and I think that's where both sides landed at in the exit meeting process.
I think Lefko kind of hinted at this, and it made me realize it. Like, I'm pretty thankful for Dylan Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
Because LeBron got, shoot pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Talking shit, posting shit.
Woke him up.
Fuck this guy.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. That is not, I feel like that is not something we see all the time. And is it just, you don't have to give a full elaborate thing, but LeBron is very highly respected around the league?
Yeah, I mean, that's a guy that when push comes to shove, a lot of what LeBron James, his thoughts, his feelings, I mean, it matters. I mean, that's the guy that can call Adam Silver. I don't know how much he taps into that, but, there's always going to be a regard for that, just like there was for Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And so I think similar level, Steph Curry, I think Kevin Durant, there's that upper echelon guy where their voice clearly matters.
Okay, and we should dive, I guess, into the LeBron, Steph Curry stuff. Hey, what a night for the NBA. What a setup for the NBA. Is there anything that you know that we don't know about this series that we should take into account?
To me, it's Anthony Davis. If he's able to be dominant like he was in Game 1, I think this Lakers team has a chance to win a championship because LeBron James is very rare. We see a true off night from him. He had one in Memphis last series. He went 5 of 17 from the field, 15 points. He said he played like blank. And he brought it.
What did he
last
say?
few games.
You made me say a bunch of different words there when you said blank. You're making me think bad words. What did he say?
The S word. The S word.
Oh,
no. Suck.
Are we?
Yeah.
Jesus.
a little bit elevated from suck. See,
Really?
Pat is disgusted
what's
right now.
worse
Pat,
than
just say the word, man.
Athletes are supposed to be role models.
That's right.
They're saying the S word, dude.
Can't have it.
This is
So-
disgusting, Shams. Tell Adam Silver to tighten it the F word up.
Maybe suspend him.
Kick him out of the tour.
Yeah.
Doug.
So going back to it, if LeBron plays like LeBron and Anthony Davis is dominant, I think this Lakers team, they're real and they're a threat. They're one of 8 teams standing. And the Warriors, it was a tough loss for them in Game 1. I know a lot of people are going at Jordan Poole's shot. I'm just going to go with what Draymond Green said on his podcast today. Like, he'll live with Jordan Poole taking that shot 10 times out of 10. I mean, yes, it was a little bit deep, but he was 6 of 10 at that point from three-point land. That's 60%, Pat, from the field. I'm good at math. 60% from the field that was. So you want to see him take that shot, have confidence, and unfortunately did not go down for the Warriors, but I'm sure they're optimistic about their chances moving forward in this series. I think this series has a chance to go 6 or 7 deep.
Okay, yeah, a lot of people mocking Jordan Poole. I saw a lot of Carlton gifts of whenever he, at the end of the, I mean, a lot of people killing the guy. He missed to the left, not normal in those situations, especially with good shooters. Normally that thing's off the back or rattles or something like that. Being off to the side really sets yourself up to get killed. 8 seconds left, though. We can't get Steph Curry open. We can't find the greatest three-point shooter.
I think it was like 12, 13, 14 seconds left. He had double-digit seconds left, and we saw the look that Steph Curry had. I'm sure as a competitor, he wants to take that shot.
As the greatest three-point shooter of all time in a playoff series against LeBron for the legacy.
We want to shoot that.
We would like to get that guy the ball. What's the deal?
You said a good word there. You said the word legacy. Whoever wins this, both these guys have a chance to get 5 rings. Steph Curry, LeBron James, and that's another thing about these playoffs, Pat, that I think is so dope, is that you have 2 guys right now that can get 5 rings, and that would be big for their legacy. That cements them at another echelon in the NBA. And then you have, can Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown get their first ring? Can Joel Embiid win MVP and a championship? Nikola Jokic, he's won 2 rings. Can he finally break through and get a championship? Kevin Durant, down 2-0. Can he go get the third championship with that? You love the Suns. I'm going to be at the Suns game on Friday. I'm not going to get the PMS treatment, but I'm going to be at the Suns game on Friday, Pat. But can they break through? Can they break through? There's a lot of storylines in the NBA these playoffs, especially with these last 8 teams standing.
On all that Phoenix Suns S-word, Ty has a question for you, Shams.
Yeah, speaking of the Suns, Shams, I think Chris Paul, they said he might be out like a week potentially. He could miss the next 2 games. If he doesn't play, I mean, are the Suns fucking dead in the water right now, especially with the way Joker and Murray have been playing for Denver? What's going on there?
Yeah, CP3 is going to be out at least 1 week. That's going to be games 3, most likely through game 5, if they can get to a game 5. Right now, they're down 2-0, so they're going to have to force this series to get extended.
Can we get an arena delay? Can we get an arena delay? Can we get Janet Jackson in one of these buildings?
Smart.
So we can do maybe less games in a week. Can we do that? That's a lot of
games.
WrestleMania
out there,
I mean, it's going to be tough to schedule this quickly, but somebody maybe we'd like
to.
Huh?
Can y'all win without him?
Well, I'm just saying, like, the floor general needs to be out there. But has to be. You're saying a week as opposed to games.
He's probably got to be out there for them. Cam Payne is their backup point guard, and so he's going to probably end up starting. I would look at this, Pat. Devin Booker, he's going to have to play a lot more minutes at the lead guard as the point guard. So, look forward to the ball being in Devin Booker's hands a lot more the next couple of games. But yeah, he's going to be out at least 1 week, and I will say that there is definitely uncertainty about his status for this entire series because, as you guys know, groin strains. That's not just an injury at the age of in your mid-30s that you're just gonna snap your finger. You're gonna be back from in a week. That's gonna take a bit.
We don't. You get one of them cold tubs. I seen Mike Posner told me I get in the cold tub. My groin.
Cold tubs are gonna cure groin strains. That's what it is.
Everything actually.
You think you're cooler than me. That was his song. And then he was like, I'm getting in a cold tub every day. I'm going to be colder than all these motherfuckers.
That's right.
Smart.
Posner's like a big-time cold tub advocate.
He is.
I just said the F word. I'm sorry about that S word there, Shams. I didn't want to do that in your presence, even though the boys.
I don't know, man. You guys had me cussing on the show last time, so I don't.
Clean it up, Shams.
Stop doing that, Shams.
Sounds like you got in trouble.
Absolutely disgusting. Hey, Joker, he's a bully, bro. The way he plays is so awesome. He's got great touch. Back-to-back MVP. I feel like the world doesn't talk about it much because of the star power that is in the NBA in the West.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of star power over there in the West. We should talk about him more. This Nuggets team seems like they're going to go. They really do. I love watching them.
Here's how Nikola Jokic is like. I don't believe, from what I'm told, I don't think he even watched the MVP ceremony last night. He's won back-to-back. He was over it. he's focused on this series, and anyone that knows
He didn't show up at the draft? Hold on.
What
What do they have? They have cameras on like the top 5 guys that could potentially win it. How's that go?
Well, the finalists for MVP are supposed to be standby, but to my knowledge, Nikola Jokic and Giannis Antetokounmpo, those guys firmly, kind of had a sense going into last night that Joel Embiid was going to be MVP. There was no watch party. There was no viewing party like there was for Joel Embiid for those guys. Joel Embiid won the MVP. It was the voting, honestly, wasn't even close. Like we see right there. There was a big ceremony that the Sixers had. And that's at the ceremony where Joel Embiid turned to all of his teammates and said, "I'm back." So,
really? What a moment!
He kind of had his MJ moment. He had his MJ moment right there, for sure.
I hope he goes on and wins. Good luck out there. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, MJ moment, chums. Jeez, cool off a little bit, okay? But with Embiid coming back, is there any chance the Celtics are going to mix it up in the starting lineup now? Will Time Lord probably start instead of coming off the bench, or do you expect them to kind of just continue on with what they were doing game 1 that didn't work and they lost?
Yeah, I think Boston Connor. I don't know if I want to take questions from you.
You already made that joke, you prick. Get some new material, asshole.
Shaquille O'Neal. Sean is shocked on Connor.
Again, it wasn't as funny this time.
No, it was a putback. Run it back. Show. Leather jacket.
All right, run it back.
Yeah,
so with Joel,
run it back. Yeah, I'm a running back. So I wouldn't say that they would change their lineup, but one thing I would look at, and I know as a Boston fan, you're going to be looking out for exactly what Joe Mazzulla, their head coach, what does he do tonight? I think the one thing that you could see tonight is Grant Williams, who I don't believe played in game 1. More minutes for Grant Williams. He's the guy that's guarded Joel Embiid in the past. He's the guy that defensively can guard 1 through 5. He has not played it. I mean, it's interesting. His minutes have gone. He's gone from being a 25, 27 minute per game player last year in the playoffs to
what's his name?
I think he's at like 10 minutes a game.
What's his
Grant Williams?
Grant Williams. Is he going to score any points?
He hits threes.
We might have a Grant Williams sighting tonight. I mean, you would assume Joel Embiid back in the lineup.
Probably not.
You want to throw as many defenders at him as possible. You would assume a guy like Grant Williams
10 points
could be a guy that gets minutes tonight.
Yeah, hell yeah. It just sounds like that would be
that's what we're saying, Boston Connor. We're saying 10 points for G-Dub tonight.
I don't know. That's what he's predicting.
Yeah, I feel like that maybe 2 or 3.
But you did dunk on his face, so he might be still wheeling a little bit.
Yeah, if you like 10 points,
He's not even listed. So.
Oh, come on. We had inside information from Sham's big brain instead of his cool leather jacket.
He's probably, I don't know, plus 100, which might be even money around there. I don't know.
Yeah, plus 100, that's good.
Pac-Man has a question for you, Shams.
Shams, nobody's talking about the East with the Knicks and the Heats. It's like the AFC South, I guess.
All right.
Well,
right,
listen,
relax, please.
I think everyone in the league and fans, I guess, audience, it's always been about Boston and Philly and Milwaukee and Denver and Phoenix and the LA teams and like the Knicks in Miami. That's why Jimmy Butler, the way he's played his 50-point game and the dog that he plays with, the energy that he plays with, and
Jordan like
it's clearly sticking out in New York.
Everyone is these days.
That's also a throwback series too, guys. Like you watch those teams play. You think about the 90s, you think about the 2000s, like you think about when basketball used to be in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. Now you have teams. I mean, we saw the Warriors game last night. That was way in the hundreds. You'll have games tonight, Philly, Boston. That'll be in the hundreds. So that's a throwback series. Maybe that's why.
That Knick game was a little boring.
Nuggets 97-87 or something the other night. I feel like and then 8. I think they've held
teams are
80.
That's another great example, Pat. I love it. You're all in on the Suns. I don't know if you're all in on the Suns. You're all in on the NBA playoffs. But
all in on the Suns. Bro.
That was a rugged game as well. Those teams were playing hard, and you want to see that scrappy, gritty basketball.
Okay, so that's what I learned from the game that I got to go to in LA.
Yep.
Every single possession, they're pissed. Like there is
real defense.
There's real. It's real. It is. I think that is always the knock on the NBA. Like, it's not. They're not trying on defense. It's more of an offensive game and everything like that. It's like. These dudes were banging. They were
physical.
They were bumping the big bodies bumping into each other early. And I'm like, I thought they would call all this shit. And it seems like they kind of set the tone for each game. And it's like Joker's games, there's a lot more contact happening underneath than maybe other games because they're banging down there, that big fuck. He's a bully. It's awesome to watch.
He's a monster. And I think something about the Nuggets is it's easy to overlook them. It's easy to overlook Nikola Jokic's greatness. And maybe like 10 years from now, we're going to say, dang, like, how did Nikola Jokic not win MVP? He was the third guy ever, Pat, third player ever to average a triple-double in NBA history. Oscar
this
Robertson,
year.
Russell Westbrook, Nikola Jokic.
It's like Jordan.
First center. And so he had an impressive season. The one thing, though, about Denver that I love, and I can't wait to keep watching these playoffs, Jamal Murray.
Yes.
He looks like he's back. He's a dog.
Yeah,
he's a guy that in 2020 in the bubble. I saw it. I was in the bubble. He was one of the best players down there. He emerged as a superstar. Unfortunately, tore his ACL. He's made it fully back, and I think now he's back to being that man. He's that dude for sure. Probably the closer of that organization.
10 digs.
Chums, first off, you look like Travolta, so that's awesome. No, first.
Oh, yeah, that Comcast commercial was pretty good, wasn't it? Comcast.
Looks like you're going to be bald, Chum.
T-Mobile.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
He's a pilot?
You talked about.
I'm an AT&T guy. You know, fast, reliable, and secure.
Wow, that's Verizon is the most reliable network out there. Verizon is the largest and best in the game.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
Best network out there, bitch.
Not even a question, dude. Anyways, it didn't have to get that serious, but shout out Verizon.
Shout out Verizon.
And you, shout out
AT&T.
There you go.
Okay.
Now ours is better, but
By far.
Way better.
Yours does.
You talked about listening to Draymond's show on your stupid AT&T phone. And you mentioned
probably dropped coverage.
Yeah. And you mentioned him
Buffer to
saying
punch. Kinda
good
glitchy
things
right
about
now.
Jordan Poole. Does he have to say that? Because I also saw a video of them walking off the court the other night. It seemed like Jordan Poole still hates him. Is that true?
Oh, what's that all about?
Yeah, I think, and it's interesting that you mentioned that because I think that was part of the reason. I don't know if you guys saw. You know, I did a story over the weekend. Stephen Curry gave a speech to the Warriors team before he dropped 50. He spoke to the team, and a lot of what he was talking about was we have to all put our feelings to the side. And some of those comments, from what I'm told, they were directed at guys like Jordan Poole because you know to win at a high level, to compete, these playoffs are so intense. You need everyone. The camaraderie's got to be there. Everyone's got to be aiming for the right goal. And I think he laid it out there. Like, if you're still in your feelings, you're in your emotions, don't come on the bus to Sacramento for Game 7. Stay at home. But if you do believe in us, and if you want to put your feelings to the side and play for us, come on the bus. Trust me, and I got this. And then he goes out and puts up 50. I don't think anyone saw 50 coming, but he went out and did that because he's that dude.
Well,
but
and then Jordan,
I think the different moments of tension, I think that's been there at points. And I don't know if it's the incident that happened, the punch that happened, more than it's just you have two different crops of players on this Warriors team. You have the older guard of Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala. And then you have younger guys like Jonathan Kuminga, Jordan Poole, guys that are ready for the opportunity, that guys that probably want to be playing high minutes right now. And so there's going to be that existence, it's going to be that existing clash at different points. But at the end of the day, I think Draymond Green has been pretty vocal that he's turned the page, that him and Jordan Poole are fine. They've had their moments. And I do think Draymond Green, for all intents and purposes, he's found his voice again. Like, it's not like he's been muzzled or whatever the word is, like he was maybe early in the year, where he was kind of walking on eggshells early in the year.
So the Prince walks around all day saying, one day I'm going to be the king. And the king walks around all day saying, not today. That's an interesting situation brewing over there in Golden State for their team. Because the one team that's the king, they've already been crowned numerous times.
They still have a chance. So all these guys have been, but Jonathan Kuminga has a ring, Jordan Poole has a ring. So now all these guys have rings. They're all young. They got one, though. You're right. They don't have 4.
No, like I have 0. Okay, so I am not saying anything about that. No. But that's a tough, like, know your role type. You're going on to a team that is, and if you're not one of those guys, that feels like something that could be difficult.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just paid you $100 and some million.
Jordan?
Poole just got broken off,
Just got broken off.
I could see how that would be very difficult, especially if you're like, so that's why you shoot with 12 seconds left in the game, down 3. It's like such a big deal.
Better make
Oh, no, Shams. Hey, did that add to it? Are we okay over there? Is everything?
Boy.
Because we got a guy here, Pac-Man Jones said, if the Lakers go up 2-0, there's no way they're going to lose. If they end up losing the series after going up 2-0, which is going to be very difficult in Oracle, we understand.
The odds are stacked against you.
He's going to shave a third of his hair. He's going to shave a third of his hair if that happens.
Joel Embiid coming back tonight, I mean, part of that is also like, yo, you're Philly. You have a chance to go up 2-0 on Boston, on the road. That opportunity does not come along. I think the odds of winning the series when you're up 2-0, stealing the road games, is way over 90%. So I think that's what Lakers are going to be looking at. That's what Philly's going to be looking at tonight. you want to go up 2-0 on the road if you can. Miami, Jimmy Butler wanted to play. His ankle just was not there laterally. His movements just were not there. And so he didn't play. But these teams, if they can get healthy and play their guys, they want to go up 2-0 on the road.
Head, shoulders, knees, ankles.
Yep. And ankles.
Is it his knee or his ankle, Jimmy Butler? I thought it was his knee. Is his ankle?
Jimmy Butler's his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought he had that thing on his leg. Remember? Yeah.
Stepped on Buddy's foot. That's for his nerve, right?
Sure.
I'm not sure what the brace is for, or the device, the strap. They call it the strap.
Stimulate the
strap
nerve?
around his leg.
But he was walking there with his big face coffee on his Instagram story before game.
Yeah, man.
We're like, okay, thought he was playing.
That looks good.
He's got to be close, right? Or we're assuming he's playing. He's all the way good.
These things can be fluid. In 24 hours before game 2, I would have told you I think he's going to play. But you see the response time. You see how you feel the next day. You see how you feel after shoot around. You see how the day goes on, how treatment goes on. And some guys just don't feel like they get there laterally, their movement. And these are high stakes games. Like Joel Embiid tonight in pregame warmups. If you feel you want to make sure you can play at the highest of levels, and that's what these guys are preparing to do.
All right. Well, we appreciate the hell out of you, Shams. Who's going to win it? Huh? Who's going to win? Give us an answer.
I think it's all over the place today. But I think
just answer the
This guy's
question.
wearing a leather jacket.
Answer the fucking question.
Talking about the little things, the finer details. He doesn't have one winner. What do you know?
Run it back, my ass.
Well, I think tonight, one of the Sixers or Celtics is going to win the game.
Okay, thank you. Really, really good.
You're a prick.
Really, really good. We appreciate you. You look cool. You give us all the inside information. You're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Shams Charania. All right, we'll get some phone calls on the other side here. 1-833-432-3663 or 1-833-4-DONE. Took a couple calls yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Couple great ones.
Couple good ones, yeah.
Couple good ones.
I don't remember.
Well, there was that
Trent.
one asshole who tried to give a shout out, but then the guy after dunked on him, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, birthday. Happy birthday. Can't have that.
Didn't know it was your birthday today.
The 5 Energy phone line was gone for a bit, mostly because we didn't have the technology to be able to do it.
Right.
Did we assume that we were going to be able to get that technology because it was very much a part of the plans as we're moving in? Maybe.
Perhaps.
We were told.
Building a studio is a very, very interesting thing to do. Would never recommend it to anybody.
No.
Actually.
Yeah. For those of you listening, don't go out there and try building stuff.
No, there's people out there that have shows that are incredible that watch our show. I get a lot of people that message me that, and it's very, very cool. I feel very honored to be in this position, and someday I hope that there'll be more and more and more and more shows just like ours, just strictly because I think this is where you get the most information and shit. And there's people that have the capabilities of streaming live from their bedrooms in 4K and have multiple shots, and there's people who are very talented. You try to build one of these fucking things, though, I would not advise you doing that.
No, but taking a room in your house and converting that to
Definitely.
a studio, very feasible.
That's cool.
Definitely do it.
Taking a massive building and then having multiple studios and wires running everywhere and then expecting everything to be simpatico with one another and work hand in hand, very difficult.
Yeah,
Million TVs all look like one.
Might have thought that was the case.
On paper, it was.
But you live and you learn. I'm 36 now.
That's right.
It's really coming into its own, though, I'd say.
Yeah, the draft night, we used every single room.
Yeah.
Yeah, worked perfectly.
We didn't take any calls, though. Should have took a call on draft night.
No time. No time.
So
on
much
that
action,
night.
yeah. 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
No time.
Yeah, American Hero is kind of like a.
How about Red Panda?
Oh, my God. I've never seen nothing like that in person.
That was bananas, wasn't it?
What, the American Escape Hero you're talking about, Pac?
Michael? You're talking about
Michael.
Michael Johnson?
Yep.
He swallowed 18
Griffin?
needles. Pulled
40.
It back out.
40.
Oh. Do you think punching his stomach was for effect, or does that really rustle him up and get him in line?
That's how he ties him onto the string.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the tie-in?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's like, hey, Bladder, do it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then every once in a while, you got to help a little bit.
I was worried he was going to knock the wind out of himself. He was fucking socking himself so hard.
He took that thing from all the way up here one time.
You didn't see him pull his shirt up?
And then,
He has a fucking 12-pack. He wasn't knocking his wind out.
Oh, okay. I didn't
well,
know
I
that.
assume, he's built like TC.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would it have been any less impressive if he did 5 to 7 needles as opposed to 40?
Yeah, honestly, anything under 39 doesn't do the trick.
It
That's
doesn't.
right.
Yeah.
He was doing it for Jesus, I think.
Excuse me?
40 days
40
and
days,
nights.
40 nights.
Oh, okay. Every one of those represents a time.
Yeah.
Wow. What if that was a
And
full
then
religious joke?
The needles came out of the cave, aka his mom.
What did the string represent?
The string was our
Unity.
our perpetual unity with each other.
It's like a circle.
That's
no,
right.
there's no edges.
That's what strings
He
make.
said he usually does nails too.
No, he
No, he
never
did
said
not.
that.
No.
First
got
time I
so
talked to
mad
this
at
guy, it was very interesting because we had to find.
Did he stay at the house with Sam or what?
No, never. He did make a trip out here beforehand, though.
He doesn't sleep.
He made a trip out here beforehand, to explore. Exactly. That might have been.
Wait, he
the case.
did he did a sound check? Like when did he come
He
out?
sleeps in a wooden box.
So we were able to get a hold of this particular magician. I'd never heard of this man before, but he is accomplished. Does have a resume.
I've heard of him.
Okay, you have heard. He's from Ohio.
He's an Ohio guy.
Great resume. Has been there, done that, and we're able to get a hold of him, get his rate, get in contact with him. Not easy. It's easy to get people's rates, but to get in contact with him to turn around like a week and a half, because that's how much time we thought maybe a magician comes in here and does it. So. He's a good businessman. The amount of money he wanted up front for the conversation about what could potentially be done, because I wasn't sold on some of the things that were being pitched, but knew he had the capability within his magical soul to figure something out. So him coming out here and talking to me, I'd been told by Zito that this guy, he eats nails, he does knots, he gets out of things. So this guy's already in here. I literally just got off a pretty massive call. I walk out, I turn the corner out of my office, this guy's sitting here. I go, hey, my man, how you doing, bud? Nice to meet you. And he goes, Michael, whatever, what's his last name? Johnson?
Griffin.
Michael Griffin, Great American Skate Bureau. He had a leather jacket on like Shams.
Yep.
He looked so fucking cool. I was so pumped to talk to him.
Sweet stone.
And I was like, I hear you swallow nails. How'd you get into swallowing nails? I don't swallow nails.
Never swallowing nails.
He was so mad.
Yeah.
So
But
mad.
Zito kept doubling down on the nails.
I was like, so you don't swallow nails? Needles? I go, okay, all right, sweet. I'm excited for this. I'm like, the needles got to be tough because people die from it, all the time. I'm like, oh my God. Do we got anything else we could potentially? He was good to work with though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He had good energy.
He also does the propane car crash where it blows up and he appears somewhere else.
Dude, he's
the American
Escape Hero.
He is.
I still don't
Did he
know how
rewatch? Sarkon, did he rewatch because he couldn't hear Mad Mel telling people to double choke slam him when he was doing part of his?
Mad Mel was collaborating with him.
Yeah, that's right.
AJ, if you think he couldn't hear just because he didn't have ears in,
True. He's the Great American Escape Hero.
Yeah.
You're right.
Ears everywhere.
he's all knowing.
He hears everything.
All right, let's get to a phone call and then we'll take a break. Let's go to Alex in Texas on the 5 Energy phone line. What's going on, Alex?
What's up, Pat? What's up, fellas? Let's keep it moving.
Hey, love everything about that, Alex. Cheers to you.
All right, I just want to say real quick, Pat, I've been going through some shit lately, and, listening to your show every day really helps me keep it moving. So I just wanted to tell you happy belated birthday, and you guys are making a difference in the world. Love you guys.
Alex, I appreciate the hell out of you, man. That was very, very kind. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your life. Birthday's over, Alex. My birthday's over. Can't wait for yours, though, Alex. Can't wait for your
Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday, Alex.
Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday, Alex. Happy birthday, Alex. I appreciate the hell out of you, man. All right. Oh, shit.
Ooh,
Love
sorry.
you. He said love
Love you too, Alex.
Love you too, Alex.
Love you, Alex.
Love you too.
Love you,
That's
Alex.
very kind of Alex. I did not know that was what that call was going to be. Glasses a little bit foggy. You need to clean them. Need a window cleaner.
Was he from Oklahoma?
That's an important
too?
job,
That's right.
isn't it?
I
AJ?
know a guy.
Window cleaner. What happened? What's going on? I don't know about.
Oh, there's the greatest window cleaner in Pittsburgh that we
right.
know. Just
Oh,
got,
you mean your bud?
yeah, he just got an award. Best window cleaning in the 412.
Really?
Congratulations, Joe.
Baby
Love you,
Joe. Congrats,
Wait,
Joe.
fucking Tribune Review gave him it?
No. It was another prestigious establishment.
Society of Window Cleaners?
No. I don't know if it was the actual cleaners
Better
themselves.
Business Bureau?
It was somebody.
He's
somebody.
accredited?
It was the best cleaning in all Pittsburgh.
All Pittsburgh.
That's all
Good
I
job, Joe.
I saw the
Joe,
headline.
good dude. I met Joe.
Yeah, Joe's a good dude.
Boom.
Taking over the Midwest.
Joe's a hippie music artist.
Oh, I looked up the Valley News Dispatch. Gave to.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Valley News.
I never won an award from them. I was runner-up.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out, Andy.
Is he good? Is he good with the squeegee? You know, I watch those guys do the squeegee when they don't even have to wipe it once, and they do a gigantic window.
Is he good
They're like,
He's an artist.
Wake up.
Did you not
That's
see him?
what I'm
He was holding a hippie guitar right there, cigarette out of his mouth. You don't think he's fucking wax on?
Yeah.
Wax on?
Eddie should film a commercial for him then.
He has a secret though. The
That's a good idea.
The homeless guy that he killed, he took his skin and uses it as the squeegee, so that it actually works really well.
What?
That is not true.
Could be.
That is not true.
I heard Mark Madden say that once too.
Mark Madden is a local sports talk legend who has had the highest ratings in Pittsburgh radio for 20 years.
Suck it.
I would
Has a
assume
high
20
IQ
years.
as well.
He just goes crazy. One day out of nowhere, and I don't know the origin story, so I think Nick would have to say this. Mark Madden was their coach. They were world ball hockey champions. They actually traveled to go play deck hockey, ball hockey against people in other countries. And then somehow, some way, Joe Hadley, like all world, actual ball hockey, can't hang it up. Loves the sport too much.
Loves it.
Lives for it.
At this age,
Yep.
2 times a week, he's going out on that deck and he's giving it everything he's got. He's like Ram Jam.
Oh yeah, Randy Robinson.
He's like Randy
the Ram.
Robinson. But Mark Madden just started saying this guy killed a guy just on his show.
At Sugar Plum Days.
No. Sugar Plum Days was not the beginning of his murder.
That's what he said. That's what Double M said.
This is a real kid,
That's what the
though.
police report said too.
This is a real human, and this is like on Pittsburgh Air.
Yeah.
So Joe meets somebody who listens to Manny. You killed a guy. He's like, whoa. This guy's cleaning windows. That's a thing. He murdered a guy. That's your first thoughts when we know him in high school. We've known him a long time. Diggs goes, yeah, he killed a homeless guy. Like, that was something that was said throughout Pittsburgh.
Known him for a long time, and when I first saw and heard that report, I said, makes complete sense.
Certainly capable.
He did not murder a homeless person, though.
No. Allegedly.
The person had a house, you're saying?
All right, let's get to a break.
No, that guy did not have a house.
He didn't kill anybody. He's a lover. He's a big teddy bear.
He's a good guy.
And also, he doesn't want us to make a commercial because he doesn't want any more clients.
Yeah, he wants less clients.
Yeah. It's packed.
He's got to hate this every time you talk about it.
Oh,
yeah.
he's so mad. That's why it just happened.
Yeah.
Yep. Is he on the internet? Like, is he aware of everything?
So we just got a text. We just got a text. God damn it! Listen, if you need your windows cleaned though, by the greatest in the city, Joe's your guy.
Joe's your guy. Let's go.
Find his number. Call him. Get his services.
Windows will
Get him a
never be that
website,
clean.
man.
You will not regret it. Yeah, we need it. We do need a website so people can email.
Yeah, click this link. Link in the bio.
Award-winning window cleaner.
Did he give his home address?
All right, let's get to a break. Shout out, Joe. Way to go, Joe.
Love you, Joe.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Joe said it would.
Joe.
Joe said it would be the cleanest windows of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were. Let's get to a break. Hour 3 is going to be worse than this somehow.
No.
Think about that.
No chance.
Think about that.
It won't.
Yeah, we got Ian Rapoport joining. He was golfing this morning. He doesn't know anything. We're going to be telling him things that happened.
Yeah.
What did Aaron say to you guys yesterday? That's what he's going to say because that was news, obviously, because we're in the middle of a time right now, a purgatory between schedule release. Cool.
Excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Cool.
AJ loves it.
Yeah.
Well, the videos are going to be cool.
Social
Day
media
of the
teams.
year.
It is,
Social media Super Bowl.
but that's the next big pillar of the NFL schedule.
And then after that.
Yeah. See you in August.
So Ian Rapoport is thinking the same thing. He's a veteran in the game. He's a senior insider for the network itself. He just golfs every day.
Yeah.
So this is what we've entered. We've entered Ian Rapoport doesn't know shit about fuck season.
Yep.
And we will find out if maybe he did get a little bit of juicy intel while he was on the golf course.
We'll see.
He works his ass off all year for this moment.
He does.
And he's joining us. We appreciate the hell out of him. What will he tell us? What will be some news? Maybe some trades that didn't take place during the draft. Are they still back open? There's some big free agent names out there. How are the draft picks fitting in their new cities? What about Aaron Rodgers? Do you know, Ian, that we don't? And more phone calls. This is the Pat McAfee Show on Winter Wednesday, May 3rd. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. Take 5.
We're talking hockey. Roddy and Rob are talking hockey.
That was the first time I found out it was Mario Brothers. That's all. Growing up, like everybody called it Mario Bros. You know, that was just
Once you're called the fucking king of New York, you didn't feel like you had to dress to the higher level.
What I love about New York is however you want to dress, however you want to, who you want to be, you just blend in. and it's so comfortable.
This is an organization in Arizona that wasn't paying their fucking bills earlier in the season.
Again, he's not trying to square off with Cats because no one.
Someone didn't pay the electric bill around
You
here.
fucking bum.
Where you at? Away from the dungeon? What is that? You got the bricks in the back. The fuck's going on?
Is this a fucking Saw? Is this a Saw movie, dude?
Yeah.
Where's fucking Jigsaw?
You want to play a game?
Hey, boss. Thanks for talking.
Hey. You said you swept the Stars. That kind of shut me up. For the rest of the show.
Not one of my finest moments or proudest moments or whatever you want to call it, but I tell you one thing. It's infamous in the sense that I go into schools and young kids will come up to me and they go, "Oh, you really gave it to Bellows." And I got to oh, kid,
Yes.
you know, that was computer generated.
Get into the Blues alumni kind of unofficially / officially. They gave me one of these bad boys.
Oh,
so
look at that.
I
Got you
feel-
one of
I feel
these.
pretty.
Look at that thing.
That's
What?
Huh?
We're winning the fucking Stanley Cup. The Red Wings are almost as bad as Fox internet service right
Whoa!
there. The Bruins are getting fucking ran out of town tonight. Your biggest luck, I got it. And Ty knows, even though he might be Mark Stoner in this thing, the Vegas Golden Knights fucking stink. Texas, what's that known for? WrestleMania's coming to town? Wally Mania's coming to town? Not the goddamn Dallas Stars. Let's go, Pens. We can't lose with 7 in the stands. Now,
Hey, great haircut. Good to meet you finally.
You know, we're
Yeah,
the
I love
soft side in the chair.
I love it.
Yeah, no,
It's as simple as this, okay? You gotta have fuck you in the game.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't, you're missing something.
I said, "Sir, if I could just speak up on his behalf, this is like the second greatest player ever." And Mario turned and looked at me and goes, "Second? Behind who?"
All 4 of those guys aren't rolling, or it's not enough to win one round. This is supposed to be a team good enough to win a cup. We're talking about one friggin' round.
Aaron Burrows told me, and he said this to Henrik Lundqvist's face at dinner. He goes, "Henke, you know how they did the renovation at the Garden for $1 billion? It's all you, bro. It's all you building the net. $1 billion renovation at the Garden, paid for in 5 years. It wasn't because the Knicks were in the playoffs. It's because the Rangers went on all those runs, and the stud on the team, among several, was their goalie, Henrik Lundqvist."
Gino, honestly, he's one of the funniest guys you can be around, and he probably busted my chops more than anybody. "Why are you so slow? You old. Like, he would look up like my old contracts and be like, "What? No, you're no good."
Thanks for having me on. This was good hockey. I got to tackle fucking Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people working.
I didn't get to hear the end of that shit from Darren.
I could imagine, yeah. You should have heard what I was saying on the other side.
Kicker fucking tackle you.
Yeah, you weren't on my side of it. You should have heard of the shit I was talking. I mean,
I was one
Oh,
thing
he mu-
gone.
oh, he's gone.
Too.
he's gone. Cut
Oh,
back.
my
Nope.
God.
Who's in there? Oh, one. Get over here.
His ass.
Get over here.
Ragdoll.
What about that conversation right there?
Right here, yeah, it's about to happen.
That's
Yeah,
all I
fucking, yep. Yep. What a moment. You got DeQuell Jackson about to run onto the field. Ricky Jean-Francois.
What?
And then here's me and boom. Me and Jarrell Freeman, Sergio Brown, Andrew Jackson in back there, Western Kentucky, Dante Moncrief. That was a hell of a crew. We had a squad there. That was the year we really did some shit that year. That Andrew Jackson guy right there, I think he's the hardest hitting human I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Right there in the back. He had gold grill up top and bottom. Once he found out that we could do the middle onside kick every play, he wanted to do it just strictly so he could torpedo person right in front. One of the most just like fuck it guys I've ever encountered in my entire life. Loved everything about him.
I went to one wrestling practice. I was like, holy shit, I gotta gain weight. I can't do this.
So, because you had to, so.
My dad took me aside in 8th grade and was like, you know, you're kind of skinny, but you're super slow, Ted. And you need to put on weight. I actually gained 100 pounds in 1 year.
Damn. What'd you do?
I drank a gallon of milk before school every day for a whole year.
What?
It's verified. You can verify. It's verified.
Every day.
Every single day.
Is that good for you?
I know it's horrible. My body rejects milk.
What year was it? What year was it?
Freshman to sophomore year of high school.
Did you grow as well?
Yeah, I grew like 4 inches and gained 100 pounds. It's unbelievable.
Because the milk every single morning?
I probably hit a puberty too.
You ever switch it up between white and chocolate or?
No, 2%.
2%. Give me the whole. Give me the thick stuff.
Maybe yeah, on a day I was feeling weak, skim, but
still a gallon.
What are you going to do to change and make Tua better? Have you got into that? This is very early in the whole process, and you're shaking hands, kissing babies right now, and you're a 0-win head coach that everybody loves.
0 wins.
0 win. But what are you thinking about that for Tua? How do you make him better?
We're going to start with scoring more points than the opponent.
Wow!
Holy shit. Oh, no.
You are changing the game.
Changing the game.
Yeah.
Through math.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I think there's... I was just so fortunate in my career to be around the process of how I look at things with the empowerment of the right teachers that I look backwards, forwards, okay? What things do I see that are really awesome about his game on tape, even though we're at...
He's accurate as heck.
Boom! That's what I was just about to say.
Oh, I didn't know. I was just, you were leading me. You should do this, maybe.
Dude,
think about it in the future.
Dude.
But he's so accurate.
Or we should just spend the time finishing each other's...
sentences.
Okay.
Hey, have we known each other for...
our whole lives?
Oh, my God. You tell...
me?
Wow.
This is weird.
Dude.
Whoa,
Seems like you guys just became.
Dude.
Wow, this is fucking weird, AJ.
Bro.
Hey, this is...
Did we swap skins?
Wow, we learned a lot about yours, by the way. I mean,
yeah.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go. This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Winter Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023, Hour 3 of the sports program starts right now. Much mana to everybody that is out there watching and following along. Shout out to Will Sasso. The Talks Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, Tone Diggs is here. And obviously, 14-year NFL icon corner for your Dallas Cowboys, Tennessee Titans, Cincinnati Bengals, and Denver Broncos, I do believe. And a rapper, ladies and gentlemen, Pac-Man Jones. And calling right now, live, a man who is in an Ohio attic.
Yeah.
Really?
And a lot of headlines have maybe started that way and won the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
But in this particular program, whenever you hear that there's a man in an attic in Ohio, you know that can mean one thing and one thing alone. That means there's a college football national champion sitting there. There's a Super Bowl champion sitting there. He's not a Ryder Cup champion. No, but he is the champion of Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, A.J. Hawk. AJ, I don't want to do this. I hate that I have to do this. We have to start this hour 14 minutes into the hour, so obviously a little different than how clocks operate is when we're starting an hour.
Okay.
With some disappointing breaking news.
Yeah.
We're obviously thankful that That's Hockey Talk will be airing live from the Thunderdome this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/That's Hockey Talk. We're very thankful that Rupper, a Stanley Cup champion, is in the Thunderdome at this exact moment because there's some news coming out of the Las Vegas Golden Knights morning skate that is not good news.
No.
One of their stars, Stoner, has tweaked his back at morning skate and left early. Ty Schmidt, I know you've been a Golden Knights fan literally since the inception of the organization in the program. This is a heartbreaker, pal. You guys are done now. And by you guys, I mean me too. Yeah. Because I picked up the team whenever I said if Jackie Aces scores a hat trick, we'll donate $100,000 to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my worst nightmare. You can see Stoner there, back locking up. pooper sticking out because he can't even bend his back at all. He had basically reconstructive back surgery during the season. A lot of people, myself included, didn't know if he'd ever be able to walk again. He comes out.
Look at that walk. Look at that walk.
Yeah, not good.
Bruce Cassidy said, assume everything's good. Haven't heard anything differently. Now, we know that hockey players and NHLers play through a lot of pain, but Stoner's back has been a thing. Rupper, how often is the back a problem in the sport of hockey? Seems like a pretty big deal. The boards.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the boards, because, like, there's glass. You know, everybody sees the glass, sees through it at least. Good cleaning of the glass can be done by a man named Joe.
Yeah, that's right.
In Pittsburgh. But there's the glass, and then there's the boards. And there's like a good, 4 inches probably there. 4 inches. And that's solid. So when you get hit, you're getting crushed. 2 different places. So your back has to take a beating. This is not good for the Las Vegas Golden Knights, eh, Rupper? And the back, what does this normally mean for a guy?
Look at that. You like that?
Hell
Whoa.
yeah. That's hockey talk, actually.
Yep.
That baby Zeets. Hey, stick tap for Zeets.
Yeah,
baby
Zeets coming through.
I love good hockey.
You can do that with your mic.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough look right there coming off the ice by Stoner. And I think Ty said it good or the right way. I didn't know if this guy's ever going to be the same. Round 1, I thought it was, hey, we're going to give it a go, see how he does. He was actually really good in round 1.
Really good.
And he's one of the best, when he's healthy, he's one of the best shutdown guys in the league.
Lockdown.
And you're going against the best, an NHL record-setting power play in the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. And you see that coming off the ice.
Come on. Jackie Ace is going to score a hattie or what?
Hey, you know what? I expect Jackie Ace is going to be money in this because remember, those guys went 1-2 in the draft. Connor McDavid, Jack Eichel. And it was all, well, which one's better? I mean, these are both elite franchise guys. Connor's kind of run away. You know, Jack's had injury issues, obviously switching teams. So I think
Jackie's
Jack Eichel's
American,
going to be on.
right? Jackie's
Yeah.
American. McDavid is a Canadian?
Yeah.
1-2, right?
Manitoba.
That was the draft pick, 1-2?
Yeah, 1-2.
So Jockey's been getting compared to a guy who has Jesus Christ in his name?
Yeah. That's right.
That's tough, dude, isn't it?
That is.
That's a tough go.
He's got aces in his name, though.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Pocket.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and hey, you got that. That's what I said to you before. He almost potted that in the first round, right? He had 2 goals early on that game.
Yep.
I'm like, he's going to get an empty netter. You guys are going to have to be, because you said that you did that with Flower too. Remember what was Flower? The goalie goal.
Yeah, goalie goal, which we had one this year.
And he said, and Flower said he was thinking about it. Like he was thinking about it a number of times. He's always wanted to score a goalie goal.
Where are you from?
Who from?
Are you just doing like the hockey accent?
He said a boat.
A boat?
A boat?
A boat?
Oh, did I do
hey,
it? I have a chopped up language because hang out with Canadians all the time, so you kind of pick up that. But no.
Hey, good country, huh? Canada?
Yeah, it's nice. They're nice
I was
people.
going to say, he hangs out with Russians all the time. He didn't pick up communism.
Yeah.
What the hell? Well, where'd that go, Rupper?
So accent and communism.
Yeah.
Okay, similar things you just pick up.
2 things you'd pick up in a hockey locker room.
Brian Kelly would be fucked. You put him in one Russian restaurant. Because he went down there to Louisiana. Family was 20 minutes later, he just picked up their accent.
Yep.
I couldn't even fathom how quick communism would get picked up.
He'd be in the KGB.
Same thing you're saying, accent.
Actually, he kind of runs his program already like that. So
He does a little bit.
yeah, he does.
All right, Robert, appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
let's
you.
do it.
Hey, that's
Come on,
hockey
Stoner.
talk.
Hey, we want a healthy Stoner. Healthy Stoner.
Hell yeah,
Yes, we
Stoner.
do.
Hell
Come
yeah,
on,
we
Stoney.
do. Stony baloney.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he fucking goes out and plays tonight, there's no way he doesn't have cement in his skates. So. So it doesn't even matter.
No.
You sound sad, Ty.
I am.
Why are you so pessimistic here about Stoner? That was a bad walk off that ice.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not kidding. I think they put like 400 rods in the guy's back just so he could stand up.
You said it was a slinky before.
Pretty much. And
That's what it looked like, they said. You know how they always do that that X-ray with the dog in the lungs? Like
Yep.
his, you can't even see the dog because it's just wrapped by metal.
Exactly. And we know, like when he came back, had cement in the skates, as one will.
Not this past time.
He did game 1, big time. Cement in the skates, big time in game 1, and then he had a couple apples and a goal in game. Later in the
They got
series.
Toradol right in hockey, don't they? You would think they're playing through a lot over there.
I hope.
They gotta have Toradol.
Robert, you guys have Toradol?
Rupp, you guys use the
Y'all
Toradol?
got Toradol? Y'all take a shot of a pill.
That's a great question.
Rob might be back out on.
I think he's taking.
Well, I picked the stick. He just
There he
he
is.
had to rotate the stick.
Oh.
Shout out. Let's play
I
him.
think we got it. We
Yeah.
back? We back?
Yep.
You guys do Toradol over there?
Shot or a pill.
Toradol?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I didn't discover that till.
Shit, they are.
Yeah, they're okay.
Shit,
It's
you
fine.
take that total off, you don't feel nothing.
How good is that, huh?
Honestly, man, I remember one of my last years. I'm so glad I didn't discover this until my last year playing. But yeah, you feel like Superman. Went out there, bad knee swelling up, drained the knee, give me some Toradol shot. I went out there, felt like I was a young buck again. The next day, I couldn't fucking move.
Yeah. There's definitely a fall from the Toradol high.
Yeah, it is.
There certainly is. But I'll tell you what.
It's amazing. It's amazing what you can get through with that stuff.
Jumping right back into the Toradol thing is great that next week. I had a dislocated kneecap in my kicking leg. Hurt so bad. You do a little Toradol, it's like, we're back, baby.
Normal knee.
It's an anti-inflammatory times 100. They didn't even have it in Green Bay. Do you know that? Didn't even have it in Green Bay.
That's crazy. I took it every game, like the first probably 6-7 years, because that's the thing that the vets was doing. Keith was like, yo, take this Toradol shot, bro. You're going to be like Superman. You're not going to feel nothing. Now, 2 days after the game, you're going to feel it. Like, shit, if I ain't going to feel nothing during the game, I'm in.
Yeah.
It's like I played 10, 12 years. Boy, when they banned
They tried to.
They did for like a couple weeks where we could only take the pill. And the pill wasn't like the shot.
No. I think that's normal. I think that's a standard conversation when it comes to medicinal services. But I do remember them trying to ban it in the name of player safety.
Yep.
Right? They're like, oh, we're negotiating about player health. We care about you more than you guys care. We are going to ban Toradol because we don't know what the 50-year effects are those. And they were like trying to do it. And then everybody in the NFLPA that was older was like, hey.
Can't do that, buddy.
Now's not time to do that.
Stop talking about it.
That's why they signed a waiver.
We will. Yeah, now it's a full waiver operation afterwards. They had to get through that. But I remember thinking to myself that the NFL has no idea. Like, it felt like 80% of like guys that were the league, pretty much. The guys that were making all the money, the vets that were doing it. It's like, hey, yeah, it's really hard to walk. But then this anti-inflammatory that we get, it's like, if a chef told you, you add this ingredient to any meal at all, it'll make the meal better. Like every chef's gonna take it. The way Toradol was talked about was like, you don't want any of this stuff, man. You know, you don't want any of this. What's gonna happen? Well, you're gonna feel like your legs are like 16 years old again. You don't want any of this stuff, man. You know, you don't want to. Well, what's gonna happen? You actually like 10 minutes from now won't even need to warm up. Your whole body will just be like warm or whatever. You don't want any of this stuff, man. It'll last like 7 hours. So directly through a game, if you take it at the right amount of time. You don't want any of this. It was like, that's how it was talked about. Yeah. I understand the NHL has it because that's probably the only way you guys make it through the goddamn season. It comes out that people have broken backs like immediately after the season ends.
Yeah, it's I actually don't even know what the rules are with it or if there are. There wasn't. Do you guys ever hear of DMSO? Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
What is that? Banned in our league.
That one,
horses makes your breath smell
it was banned in hockey too. But that was like a horse. It was like a horse. Topical cream that you put on, right? So you have guys I know in hockey who put it all over their legs, but the side effect, one of the side effects of it smelled when you sweat, smelled like sour milk. So it was disgusting. You come off the bench and the guys next to you smell like curded milk.
You guys never heard of that, Pat?
What an outcome, dude. Hey, you don't want any of this shit, man.
Death.
What's that?
Breath smells terrible. Yeah, you always knew if somebody had rubbed it on. You could smell it for a day or two, I feel.
Did you ever use it, AJ? I never tried it.
I used it, but it never really did anything for me. I tried for like.
Was it supposed to be a painkiller? What is it?
Yeah. It's like it's supposed to help kind of suck the inflammation out, but it's a topical thing where you'd rub it on and then you'd wrap. This is all stuff that was like passed down from vets, so it's not like. I mean, I heard about this in college. Then you would like wrap an ace wrap over it for like an hour or two, and then take it off, and then your breath smells for 2 days, and everyone knows you're on it. And the trainers say, "What you're doing, DMS?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." And then they can smell you. Like, this whole stadium can smell you, bud.
You smell me.
You smell me.
Yeah, actually do. That's what. So it's not banned, or it is banned? DMS.
I don't know. I don't know if it is or not.
It ended up becoming banned because all the guys were losing their minds. But it's banned in hockey. I'm pretty sure now.
Banned your mind. Lose your mind.
What the hell?
All right, thank you, Rapper. We appreciate you. Joining us now is a man who, that baby Rapper. That's Hockey Talk live from the Thunderdome tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. YouTube.com/That's Hockey Talk. Should be a great one. We're in the middle of a great hockey playoff run. Happy we got Rupper here. Joining us now is a man who's in the middle of a golf run. It is his off season. He just crushed the NFL draft live in Kansas City for 14 days. He is making time out of his scheduled off time to join us right now to let us know that he doesn't know anything. Host of the weekly wrap up with Rap Sheet and Friends, us being the friends, he being Rap Sheet, Ian Rapoport.
What's up?
Hey, you're at the office. What are you doing? Are you all right? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just wanted to make sure. I got done with golf early enough that I wanted to make sure we had good Wi-Fi and good lighting. So that's why.
How'd you play today? Pretty good?
Bad on the front, shot 40 on the back, so 86. Feel decent about it. Pretty good showing early in the season.
Hell yeah. Are you walking there?
Walking, yeah. It's actually somewhat traumatic. I have a push cart this year. Usually I carry, but because I'm old and I don't want to have that stuff on my back that AJ was just talking about, I have to push a cart now. So it's fine. It just feels ridiculous. But yes, walking.
Rap showing up at a walking golf course with DMSO sour milk smell would be so awesome. You need to get one of these bad boys. Rap, you need to get the boys got me this scooter golf cart thing that I can take to golf courses.
Where?
Goes 28 miles an hour. You put the clubs on the back of the thing. There's a cooler. Wow. There's a scorecard thing. It's incredible and
wow.
Yeah, this thing's a boss. It really is.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, you need to get one of those. I think a lot of the traditional.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah, man. You show me. This might be a little bit too.
Yeah, you might need to get a smaller one.
Yeah, because you know how like there's CCs and stuff. This one has 3 different. Yeah, he would have to be
exactly
standing on the bottom and.
Oh my God!
It'd be a low rider if you were sitting.
There's no training wheels on this one, Rep.
Whoa!
I could figure it out enough to ride it. I feel like I would be. Okay.
You're right.
I might crash a couple times, but I feel like I could get it.
That was so rude. Are you good on 2 wheels? You have a motorcycle, ever ride one, or a scooter, or anything like that?
I have an electric scooter that I ride around town and take my boys to school, but I would not say it's exactly a high-powered thing. So no.
Hold on. So you got a GUI scooter? What is this? Is this
both your sons on the back of a scooter and taking them to
No,
school?
no, no, no.
How does this work?
They ride.
You're riding in the third seat?
Bikes. No, they ride bikes, and then I ride.
Oh, that's nice.
Just kind of like a stand-up scooter, but it's got a motor, so I just kind of,
Oh, a bird. You got a bird.
I got a bird. Basically, I got a bird. Yes.
Okay. I'm happy.
Not a real scooter.
I'm happy that it's made people more athletic. I think the bird and everything like that.
Balance.
Now there has been some devastating injuries that have come from the bird app. Somebody we know blew out their entire shoulder, worse than any quarterback has ever done on a football field.
Who did?
Yeah, he just got married. That's Nick Marwolo.
That's back in record time, though.
Collarbone.
Broke his collarbone and had a big bump, and also the shoulder got maybe a little AC joint.
I was hammered drunk.
What?
And these Indiana potholes are no joke.
No, you gotta keep an eye out.
They are always sober, too. They're ready to fuck you up at any time, and they did. Nick, boom.
Yeah.
Sam Bradford.
Yep.
Oh,
Rap,
man.
you just got a picture of your family?
It's kind of weird. Leah's not driving.
All right. Let's move along to
guy.
some NFL football stuff. Rap, congrats on the great work at the draft. You crushed it.
Thank you.
Thank you for
appreciate
wishing me a happy birthday yesterday. Very, very kind of you. You predicted that I was 40 years old, and when I said I wasn't, you said, oh, you're still young. So I thank you for the kind words and being a good person. Let's talk about the NFL a little bit. Is there anything happening that we don't know about or anything that's about to brew? Because right now, we're in the middle of like a purgatory. The schedule's being released here like next week. Big deal. Social media Olympics now.
Hell yeah.
This is the team social media Olympics. We get to judge whose social media teams we should, put up on a mantle of being a championship quality content makers. This is what this has become. So we enjoy that for the internet, but nothing else really substantial. Or are we missing something, Rap?
First of all, I kind of really do enjoy that.
Us too.
I will always, and sometimes these social media teams are like, hey, if you could sort of retweet whatever. And I'm like, well, let me watch. And they're all so good. This really has become like which social media team can outdo the other. And I literally cannot wait to see these announcements. There's been
Chargers, Panthers, Cowboys.
Panthers always in the mix. Yep.
The Panthers had the old school life one.
Yeah, that was awesome.
This is how we do it.
And it was like our childhood.
What did Cowboys do? Cowboys did a great one.
Post Malone with Jerry Jones. They were throwing shit off the top.
Jerry was like, "What's going on over there?"
Yeah, Posty and Jerry were just throwing schedules off the top.
Just two bros.
Blue
They're
and
making
Colts.
it rain. Yeah.
They had that thing Blue did where it's like it knocks down a bunch of stuff.
He was
and
cream pieing everybody.
Yeah, and he cream pied Orlovsky.
Oh yeah, a lot of cream pie. He's the most followed team affiliated anything in sports on TikTok.
My God.
More than the Nuggets mascot?
The Colts
the cream pie guy?
Yes, the guy's cream pie and everybody all the time in incredible fashions. More than Rocky, which we saw Rocky.
That needs to change.
We saw Rocky's first real fastball.
Yeah.
These eyes.
Unbelievable.
found the first real fastball out of Rocky's pocket. And I'll tell you what, this fucking mascot needs to be talked about a little bit more. He's 25 feet, 30 feet in the sky.
Absurd.
Over his head, bank shot in. That's right. Suck it. You're welcome. You were here for that. I think he's strapped into the ceiling.
Has to be.
I think he's strapped into the ceiling. This is obviously incredibly dangerous. Shout out to Rock. Shout out to Rock. We need more Rocky.
That reaction is amazing. I'm done.
You're welcome. What a time. I don't know how he knew he was going to make that. I'm happy he did. How many practice attempts before he got in there? Rocky probably did it the first time. They were throwing another ball up at him. He's like, excuse me. Whoa.
What are you doing?
I don't need that whole thing. But the social media or schedule release is awesome, to get back to your point. Now, whenever it comes to like the football stuff, what are we thinking right now? Maybe some free agency? Maybe some trade?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's still a couple like unresolved things from before the draft, and there's still some veterans who have yet to sign, like Randall Cobb. I think everybody knew that was coming. That's, he signed today with the Jets. He knows the quarterback well, who you know well.
And the OC.
I think that makes sense. I think, what's that?
And the OC.
He knows the OC well as well.
That's kind of the missing conversation piece of this whole thing.
The owner as
well. You're right. And that part is actually like pretty important because you got a bunch of young, pretty talented receivers for the Jets. And you have Randall Cobb, who's like a really good professional person who's probably going to help teach them the offense. Like that part in itself, I know like obviously Rodgers is the headline and that's fine. And he's awesome. But like teaching all of the other players the offense on a day-by-day basis, like that, and I think that's why it's important to get Randall Cobb in now. Like a lot of veterans sign like right before camp. But my guess is he signed now so he could be in OTAs and start the process of like, here's what you're supposed to see, here's how it works.
What a time over there for Jets fans. They got to be pumped up about it. And the headlines will always say what the headlines say, but I enjoy what they're doing, and Aaron seems very happy. Go ahead, AJ.
Ian, what's next for you, or I guess everyone in the football media? Does every team have rookie minicamps coming up this week, and what kind of footage are we going to see? Will we see any of these guys in action a little bit?
Here we go.
So some teams have rookie minicamp this week. Some teams have it next week. The really sort of dedicated coaches have it the following week so they can follow the Kentucky Derby this weekend. There's a couple of those. Take note of who that is. The Patriots, I believe, are one of those teams. AJ, they used to, rookie minicamp used to be like a real like competitive thing. And then we started seeing guys get injured. And, man, the Jaguars had one. Was it Dante Fowler who tore his ACL during rookie minicamp? And then I think coaches started saying, like, what are we doing? So I think what you're going to get now is, like, some will be on the field, but I don't know how competitive it's going to be. I think it's more of like a teaching session. And this is sort of like an underrated thing, but a lot of these guys have been traveling the country, not working out as much, obviously, because they've been doing, like, top 30 visits and – the draft and like all. So if you just throw them out there on a field and be like, all right, go full speed, like they're not ready for that. So I think teams have really pulled back on what rookie minicamp should be, and that's probably a good thing.
We had a corner out of USC, maybe a third-round draft pick. I forget. He was a cool dude. I was a big fan of his. Great tats. He looked
nice.
Super cool. Super cool. I think he got hurt rookie minicamp, like ACL or something.
Damn.
And then came back afterwards, but like we had no idea what he would have been or what he wouldn't. It was like
third round.
That was a tough start to his career, and I think he would have been good. From talking to him, the mentality he had as a human felt like if he had the skills to be drafted as high as he was drafted, probably going to be able to have a career. And then I think rookie minicamp, it all ended. Like
that's terrible.
1 week after you get drafted, bro, that would suck so bad. But some people, undrafted free agents, are trying to make a team. I assume they're going for it, though? They have to go through full tryouts, or what do you think that's like?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some tryouts, and actually you'll probably see some veterans kind of taking part in some of these mini camps. Like it'll be like rookies, and then a couple veterans trying to get a futures contract or trying to latch on. So I think they'll work out, but I don't think it'll be as competitive as it used to be. And like, there's a lot of time for rookies to try to make a team in training camp, and like injuries are bad in training camp too. Like there's a couple every year where it's like season-ending injury in practice, and those suck too. But at least then the guys are kind of physically ready for it,
AJ, I don't know what your rookie minicamp was. Mine was, Strenuous. I mean, I had no idea how to punt, and they had me punting 40 times a day in front of everybody. It was something. Former voice of the Indianapolis Colts, I actually heard him go, "This is the guy," one time. And it was like, man, I haven't figured out how to do it. I have not. I was hitting him right, like way right. There was like 3 other punters on the team at the time, like guys that had been floating around or whatever, and they were all much better than me that weekend. I mean, it was a very evident thing. They knew how to punt a football in the NFL style, which is like 2 steps, punt that thing straight up in there. And I remember that rookie minicamp being like my biggest nightmare. Like, oh no, I got to go out there again tomorrow. I got no idea what to do. I thought at least I get a few months to figure this whole thing out. Drop right in it. Whole team is there. Here's Dallas Clark. Here's Robert Mathis. Here's Jeff Saturday. They're all looking out the glass. This guy fucking sucks. What the hell? This guy is terrible. It's like that was a real thing. But we had practices. I think we were practicing. Did you guys practice?
We had full camp. We didn't. It was Big Mike's first year. It was the full team. So, like, I got thrown in there. Bam, we're going against the starters.
Yeah, full plays, though. I think, like, very active.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Ours was camp without pads. That's what ours was.
Yeah, I think ours was that as well. I don't remember where you were like.
That's so crazy. Everything with Fisher was Camp Cupcake. It was like no physical hitting or anything, but we did 7-on-7 and all of that. But
did you learn your offensive plays in that rookie minicamp right there? Is that when that started?
Well, I only had like 3-4 plays, so that was pretty easy to learn.
Hey.
Only.
It's big brain football.
Yeah, that's right.
Connor has a question for you, Rap, about a little drama, maybe.
Yeah, Rap Sheet. Jason LaConfort is saying that he spoke to an anonymous GM that told him that the Patriots and Steelers trade at 14 was specifically to fuck with the Jets. Now, I love that, but is that an actual thing? You know, are the Jets pissed off that that's exactly why the Patriots did it, was just to screw over them?
I do not believe that is a thing.
Oh, come on. You know, you've been golfing. You shot an 86 today.
Yeah, you don't fucking know.
You don't know? What do you know, huh?
Con artists and Bill Belichick.
Missed a birdie putt missed like a 7-foot birdie putt on 16.
Hey, PGA guys are like, or Tiger Woods is like 52% from 8 feet over his entire career. That's right. People think 8-footers are like easy. It's like, no way.
I mean, but I don't make any of them. Like, I don't make any of them.
Do you know you're eye dominant?
Oh, good call, Tone. You ever done this number here? Put something in. Put something. Hey, put something in your like a circle in your hands here, like for both of your eyes. Put an object that is like a scope. Put the object in the middle of the circle from your eyes right now, and then close one eye and then close the other eye. Where do you see?
Oh yeah, left eye.
Okay, so are you righty golfer?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should be good.
Yeah, so you just suck at golf. That's all.
I'm the same way, though.
Yeah.
I'm not making a lot of putts, and I'm left-eye dominant righty either.
I shot 86. I suck that bad.
If I just rolling close. I'm very happy. I don't randomly just make a putt.
He's 2-putting every time. The hole he's aiming for is just gimme territory.
That's right.
Right? That's what you're aiming for?
Yeah. And 2 putts are great. I'll take them all day long.
Yeah, are you getting all?
I made one. I shouldn't say. I made one 25-footer today, but it was definitely by accident, and I did not even hit it.
This guy sucks, dude.
You kidding?
I never make those. And then, today I drained a 30-fucking-footer, dude. Okay, kind of went left, and then it kind of broke back, and then it hung on the cup, and then, boom, that little thing happened. You're a pretty good little golfer, huh? That was rude.
Well,
mediocre.
Okay, good.
Don't laugh, AJ.
What's your problem?
Kind of like a Louis Oosthuizer.
Let's get back to the Patriots-Steelers thing. You're saying that didn't happen?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so right. So I will say this. Like, there were – I think they knew who they were jumping or who the Steelers were jumping, right? But I don't think at that point – I think the most important thing to the Patriots was that the person who's coming up to take our spot is not going to take the 1 or 2 guys that we like. I mean, I think a lot of people probably knew that the Jets wanted a tackle at that point, and there was probably not that, there's really only one of the top tackles that was available. Broderick Jones, I believe, was who that was. I just don't – the Patriots care about picks and value. Like, would they like to screw over the Jets? Like, I don't know, like probably, but I do not believe that was forefront of them. And in fact, like if you were to bring that up to them afterward, I would guess they would probably be a little surprised that that it's being played out as like they specifically screwed the Jets. That said, the Jets, probably could have moved up that one spot too, but you would have had to give up picks for it, and they obviously decided not to do that.
Hey, the con artist, you know, who will be on the show.
Great nickname.
Who will be on the show tomorrow.
Let's go.
Mark Hahn. He's a part of this whole thing. I wonder if that was a part of the sell for Bill to take the trade.
Yeah.
Hey, also, Jets aren't. We know what the Jets want. Let's go ahead and do this whole thing.
Yeah, or if he even told him, like, hey, we're going to take a tackle. There's a team right behind you that might take a tackle.
That's what I'm saying. If it was part of the sell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like if he, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how.
Good question.
And maybe that's how it gets reported, you know? Because, like, hey, he had
So-
brought up that whole thing, you know? Like, reporting could be anybody hearing something and then being from good sources, right?
Right. I mean, but this is why, like, it's such like a scramble for knowledge during the draft, because the Patriots had to make that trade knowing, like, okay, they might trade up for someone that we want, and obviously that's a risk. So you have to do your homework and be like, all right, the Patriots ended up taking Gonzalez like 2 picks later, but they have to be like, either the Steelers might be getting our guy, and we're okay with that, or we know they are not. The other thing I would say, and I kind of just like, I had some conversations over the last couple of days about this. What it sounds like teams do is they'll be like, oh, you're coming up, like, let's say like the Patriots and Steelers, and I'll be curious to see what Omar says about all this stuff, but basically what teams will say is like, you're coming up for someone, like what position? And then it's sort of like common courtesy to be like, we're coming up for a tackle.
Ooh.
Like, all right, well, we'll do this trade. So like not everyone does it, but there are some teams who can sort of be transparent about like, why are you doing this trade? And then let it play out from there.
So there's precedent set, like, hey, you are allowed to tell somebody what you're going to take, even if you're if it's 2 picks you're sliding up for. What a play. Good for them. I can't wait to chat with Khan tomorrow because he is operating completely differently than what the Steelers normally operate like. And I'm excited to hear, like, if this was what he told them whenever he was interviewing, because there was a lot of people that are up for the job. And I wonder if he said, like, hey, modern NFL, got to be able to make moves and be aggressive. Seems like they're hitting home runs all over the place. I expect tomorrow's convo to be a good one, too.
Yeah, it was very. He's definitely being more.
Active.
Yes,
Aggressive?
active, aggressive as a GM, which I think in this modern day NFL you have to be.
Yeah,
and I love it.
Okay, Ty has a question for you about a GM getting active.
Yeah, rap sheet. A lot of people, or I don't know if I should say a lot of people, but people were poking holes in the Jordan Love deal, both on his side and on the Packers side. I think a lot of Packers fans thought that it seemed like a pretty fair deal both ways, just considering they still don't really know what they've got with him. In terms of like league circles and people you talk to, what was kind of the consensus on that? And also, we were talking about the 5th-year options earlier, and I don't know if it's like because he's made a Pro Bowl or like playing time or whatever, but why is Justin Herbert making like $7 million more than Tua when he was drafted behind him?
One behind him.
Yeah.
So they changed the way the 5th-year. I'm going to screw this up, but they changed the way the 5th-year options were calculated a couple of years ago, and I believe that Pro Bowls or All Pro does actually affect.
Okay.
It used to be just the draft slot, but like the reality is like Jordan Love shouldn't, like a quarterback shouldn't have the same 5th-year option as a running back, even though they're a couple. So they changed the way they're calculated. I believe now it's based on an average of a certain number of highly paid players at your position, and it can be changed based on if you make the Pro Bowl or are an All-Pro. So I think that's why the number is different.
Is it playing time or playing percentage that could be added in there as well, or is it just strictly like awards incentives, you think?
I think it's mostly just awards and performance rather than play time.
Got it.
The
Herbert
other
won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So that
Right.
probably adds in.
and has been a Pro Bowler, right?
And they made the playoff.
Yeah.
Yep. But so did
Anyway,
Tua.
so
I found Pro Bowl.
Hold on, we got the information. Sorry, you led us to the proper answer. Tone, what is it?
Actual facts.
Okay, so Pro Bowl is definitely one of them in there because it has the chart. Playing time also is in there for it's 75% or greater in 2 of their first 3 seasons of snaps, an average of 75% or greater over all 3 seasons.
There it is.
So it's playing time, Pro Bowl, multiple Pro Bowls.
All right, sweet. Okay, so we got there. Good
So
for
we're
us.
both-
Nice.
Good show. Good
Hell
show.
yeah.
Well, you were implying that I would not have been able to be right, but happy that I was because we cleared it up because nobody understood it whenever it came up. Because, like, Tua drafted ahead, you'd think he would get rewarded.
Exactly.
With the 5th-year option because that's how every other contract is. I like that there's been enough conversation in change. It's like You think just because he was drafted ahead 5 years ago, he should get the same amount? That seems smart. That seems like progression. For the guys that didn't get him, what do you think that means? Like, hey, see you later, or everybody's contract years?
There's a lot of precedent for guys making a lot of money who didn't get fifth-year options. I mean, like Corey Davis is just, I was thinking of the Jets. Corey Davis is one. He got his fifth-year option declined and then cashed in big with the Jets. I think Bruce Irvin was the first one I remember. Because, as like people who follow this, you're like, oh, man, like the guy didn't get his fifth-year option picked up. Obviously, it means whatever. Like, players can turn this into a very, very good thing. They get to be a free agent a year earlier. So, like, if you're like, and that's why the Jordan Love one, just to go back to that, was so interesting. Because had the Packers say, you know what, we're just going to decline, the options were he's free or the franchise tag. So the actual contract, it was much discussed. It was very interesting. And I'm having a hard time figuring out who won, which probably means it was a good compromise.
I think so.
But, it was – so basically for Jordan Love, he gets to make more money than he's ever made in his career, but he gives up a year of – probably wasn't going to be free, but gives up the franchise tag. His money that he can make is less than the franchise tag. However, if something bad happens and either he plays not good enough or he gets injured, he gets to make, I think it was $13.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, he protected his downside, probably limited his upside. But if he's really good, then they're going to
renegotiate a deal. If he does really good, they're going to renegotiate a deal and not let him go into his final year of his contract if they see something for the future anyways, right? So you kind of
that would be the hope. That'd be the hope, but the Packers sometimes wait to do it the December, like before.
New Packers.
Right when you're about to be free.
This is new Packers. This is brand new Packers. Whole new era. Everybody can do stuff different. Quarterbacks at OTAs in New York, New Jersey. Out there, you got Jordan Love. I mean, we got, whole new era. Who knows what's up? Just like the Pittsburgh Steelers being very different. Teams can change. I'll be excited to see what happens with Jordan Love. He gets $14 million now and maybe a long-term deal at the end of the year. Might be able to have your cake, eat it too. Go ahead, AJ.
Ian, how serious do you think the Titans were to try to get up into the draft to take C.J. Stroud?
I think if he had fallen to 3, they definitely would have been in the conversation. For basically, like, had they – he did fall to 3. Like, and obviously that's what I think a lot of people were planning.
He did fall to 3.
Or no.
He was 2. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
They get Will Anderson at 3.
Yeah.
So the market, I guess, for number 3 overall after C.J. Stroud goes way down probably.
It disappeared, and then so I'm just like in my head, I'm thinking like, all right, Stroud goes 2, and then obviously the Cardinals aren't going to be able to trade because the market just disappeared. But then the Texans jump in and like, oh, hello. And then they pulled that big trade, which was, kind of the stunner of the draft. That was a lot of fun. But they kind of took advantage of the Cardinals losing their market. But then the Cardinals did a really nice deal, too. So, like, they ended up getting a lot back. So, I think it probably is going to work out on both sides. But anyway, I do believe the Titans were serious about it. I think if Stroud had fallen to 2, would have been a very interesting conversation to see, like, do they end up getting it done? Probably would have. But then on the other hand, now they get Will Levis at, like, probably a really good value late in the second round when he could have gone 4, and that would have made sense too.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it sounds like
not as much sense.
Sounds like everybody in Indianapolis knew they were taking Anthony Richardson like a month before the draft. How come you didn't get that information?
And they are so fired up. Oh my God.
Me too.
Everyone.
I don't know about all Colts fans, but I'm pumped to see a guy that does round off backflips all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
Absolutely.
Well, like,
I like
as
that.
like a as like a fan who likes watching football, like, I kind of hope he plays early because
he is. Chris already told us. Welcome to the draft spectacular. Jeez.
This guy.
Jeez Louise. How was your
What did he tell you? What did he tell you before the draft?
Nothing. Absolutely not. It was terrible. It was not good. They told as soon as he got on, they're like, he has to be off in 4 minutes. It's like, we should have not done this. This was a bad idea. And then they hit us up after. They're like, hey, you want him back or whatever? It's like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. He's awesome. He's always been so good to us. He told us nothing beforehand. Afterwards, though, he basically said it might be ugly early.
Yes.
Like, this might be, he's planning on playing him. He's planning on getting him in there. And he's trying to set expectations that, like, there's a chance this doesn't go well. We took him at number 4 overall, so expectations are always going to be high. He said, but early it might be ugly, but we have faith in who he's going to be. We're betting on a ceiling. is what they're saying.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to. The guy seems to be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And his little brother, I'd like him to be a Colt too.
That's right.
I'd like his little brother to be.
10 years.
Last question here for you, Rap, from Pac-Man Jones.
Hey, Rap, I want to know the beef with these GMs. Is it a real beef between some of these general managers? Because like you see different stuff in the papers, people trading up to F this general manager, or is it just all business?
I think not everyone is 32 of them, and not everyone is best friends. I would say it's probably less beef than you would imagine, because like they compete, but they're also all at the same events, and a lot of them have the same agents. There's not that many coaching agents, right? Like 2 GMs were hired this year, both have the same agent. So they all are and like a lot of their wives know each other. There's a lot of crossover. So like probably not as much beef as you would think. I would expect it to be more like
beef and
friendly needling than like screw that guy. You know what I mean?
Got it. Okay, yeah. Competitive banter as opposed to we don't like
as
this
opposed to
dude.
like because like reality is it's nobody wants to see firings. That's kind of bad for business, because if one guy gets fired, then you don't want your owner to be like, oh wow, like maybe I should think of this. You want them to be rich. You want them to get big contract extensions, because then you might get one. So you are sort of a little bit rooting for each other in a weird way.
Yeah, it's communal, it sounds like. Good for all of them. Sounds like they all did good on the draft.
Hell yeah.
Very positive. Speaking of the draft, we thought D-Hop would be traded by then. Somebody took it on the shins on the internet because it did not happen by the draft. What do you think happens with D-Hop, and when did that come to be, you think? And we saw the video that he released. Is Arizona, are they just back? We're good?
Was it Pac-Man who took it on the shins?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and why you got to do that?
Yeah, why do you got to?
So now here's what I would say. You should not have taken it on the shin. I mean, obviously he didn't get traded, but there was a chance he could have. There were obviously conversations. It did not happen.
Okay.
But it's not like you were, it's not like you were wrong.
Yeah.
There was certainly possibilities, different places he could have been traded. There were times when I
Get
thought
off his back.
Yeah.
Get off Pac's back.
D-Hop said he never was going to get traded. D-Hop said, I love Arizona.
So he never said he wanted to leave Arizona.
Well, all right, let's just move past all of that. What was the? Hey, you're all right, Pat. You're in the insider game.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're going to swing.
Just didn't happen this time.
Next time it's going to be awesome.
So look, it sounds like everyone has kind of, usually when these things don't happen by the draft, these sort of big moves, like maybe they pick up again if someone else like loses a receiver or something in August or July, but usually by the time the draft ends, like that's kind of, you'll add maybe a free agent or two, but usually it's kind of set. So I would say, like, based on the conversation where it is, like it seems like they're moving forward together.
All right. Well, that's great news. We appreciate you joining us and your time off here. You doing any TV at all? When's the next time you'll be maybe tasting food and judging it?
Ooh.
Or maybe talking about horses?
I'll be talking about horses all weekend.
Let's
I'll
go.
be back on NFL Network on Monday. My horse is running from the 12th post.
Come on, Jace.
Probably not going to win, but you never know.
Jace's Road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yep.
Come on now, Jace.
50-1.
Road.
You don't like juleps, do you?
I will probably drink many of them, yes.
Those are bad, right? Aren't they, though?
I mean, the Lily, which is the drink for Kentucky Oaks, which is the day before, is actually better, but I'll still be drinking.
So that's this weekend, right? Coming up?
Yeah, so Friday is Oaks, and then Saturday is Derby.
Okay, hey, here we go. Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Come on.
Kentucky Derby weekend.
What?
Wow.
He's got a horse in there. Ian, this might be the most legendary week of your life, maybe.
Definitely possible, or, not, but it'll still be fun.
Is that you up there?
Yeah, how do you
Wow.
do?
So
Holy
you just took
shit.
your...
How do you get your back
your own
so
horse?
straight?
Yeah.
So every
Look at that
owner gets a
beauty right
chance
there.
to take a lap around, take the horse
Pretty cool.
another
That's
ride.
what it should be.
Another
like
ride.
cover the Masters, sometimes you get to play the day after. This should be like, if your horse wins, you get to ride the horse a day.
Who gets to play the day after the Masters? At Augusta National?
Yeah, I think like a quarter of the reporters who cover it, there's like a lottery, and they get to play, and they all, of course.
Oh, I thought that was before.
Wow. No, he said the Monday after.
I think the Monday after, because you have to bring your clubs, but there's still not a great chance that you can win the lottery. But you bring your clubs anyway because,
They do actual lottery to get on there down there?
Yeah.
Wow, good luck out there.
Wow, that might
We
be
hope
tough.
everybody hits the lottery. It's a nice golf course, I heard.
Why you gotta say that?
Ladies and
why you gotta say that?
I've heard it's a very nice golf.
What do you mean?
I would bring my clubs all the way down to where's it at? It's in South Carolina, Florida,
Georgia.
Georgia. It's in Georgia.
Yep.
I would take my clubs down there just for what is it? A 25% chance to get on there?
Yeah.
That's like the place if you get a chance to go on. You go on.
Oh
right?
yeah, you kidding me?
So
Sure, it
beautiful.
is lovely.
There's no
Must be
grass out of place. I heard.
No,
just trees.
You know what
One
people say
blade.
about it?
Oh yeah, not one blade.
Sources say.
That's what we heard, ladies and gentlemen. The tree thing was wild.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
It's the only thing out of place, though.
What a dream, ladies and gentlemen. The dream is getting to talk to this guy every single week. Please tell the family we said hello. Good luck. Oh, we'll talk to you, I assume, Friday. Are you doing media Friday or no?
I mean, if you want to talk to me, I'm sure we can figure it out.
You're gonna be boozed up down there, drinking the what'd you call it?
I mean,
Lily?
I'm
The
gonna
lily
try to
pad?
pace. I'm gonna try to pace myself. Yes.
Sure.
Make it to the race, dude. It's at the end of a long Friday night.
That's right.
Guy Fieri, I think, has a party.
Bingo.
Donkey
Friday night
sauce?
down there. Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you going?
Gangster. We will be making our way to various parties. I don't know if it will be at the Fieri one, but we got a pretty good.
Well, now you won't.
It's Fieri.
Fieri.
So, it's Fieri.
He doesn't make cars, asshole.
Where are you going? You going to events? And his Ferrari's a great car. Are you going to events down there? Are you hosting any? You can probably get a little side money.
No. I'm a passenger along this ride. No.
Do you guys, for your show, have scheduled events to go to?
No. We have scheduled things like I'm going to meet the horse on tomorrow actually. So I'll land, go meet Jace's Road, and so I've got a bunch of other stuff they got us.
Shake his hand.
AJ goes down there every year. He knows. There's so many events down there, isn't there? AJ, parties fucking everywhere, all night, all day.
Yeah, bunch of different opportunities you can get into. Yeah.
Wait, and we know Ian will.
Oh yeah.
Hey, good luck. Hey, let's see you next week, huh?
Yeah,
We want to see you next week. Good luck down there. Beautiful city,
Appreciate
beautiful
it.
race. Good luck to Jason's Road, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Rapoport.
50-1.
Hey, 50-1. 12 posts.
Take a shot.
That's not a good city for Ian to be in this weekend.
No, it is
Why?
not.
Because of his alcohol consumption?
Yeah. 'Cause he's a
Then it is a good one because there's a lot of alcohol being served.
Yeah, he's got a lot of opportunity this weekend.
Yeah, he bumps into the wrong horse.
Yeah, what if he gets a back kick? What if he gets
What if his horse wins? If his horse wins, he might jump on that thing and ride it around.
Dude, what we would recommend is walk right up behind it, smack it right on the ass.
Yeah.
Stand right there, too.
Just like in football. You make a good play.
Ian, you cover football?
Yeah.
Do a crossover.
Same thing.
Hey, good race, Jason's Road. Pow! Those things are a fucking beast.
Oh,
Huge.
God.
So big.
Yeah.
Very smart.
So smart, so athletic, so strong, so large.
What?
They're like, there's a bunch of conspiracies about horses and how smart they are and what they are and everything like that.
Is that right?
I guess they can tell like when people are like sick and shit allegedly.
uh-huh.
Like they're like supposed to be this very impressive dog.
Next level.
Just like the greatest dog of all time. That's why they used to just go into war and just send them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally just, hey, need you to go figure it out. They would just send horses.
Which is crazy because they can never see the bullet coming.
All right.
Well, it's because they're the eyes, though.
That was
They
one
got
of those
their
moments.
blinders.
That was one of those moments where I saw the face, you know? Get into delivery mode.
Yep.
Haymaker was coming, and this time.
I mean, I love the guy, but
The horse soldiers.
That's it. Unbelievable.
Got it done there.
I was looking at parties down there.
Fieri, obviously.
Yeah, I saw pictures of a lot of famous people. Aaron there, Tom and Tony Romo. So, are you going this year?
AJ, you going down to Fieri's party?
I'm not going to Fieri's party, but I am going to the Derby. Yeah.
Oh!
With Aaron?
With who?
Yeah, I will not be here Friday because I'll be taking off tomorrow night to go.
Of course.
Okay. Happy you're back in the Instagram post.
Yeah, you got you and Aaron are friends.
Holy shit. Is that because
No, I don't know if we're friends, but yeah, I'm going to go to the Derby with them. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, stay away from
you
them.
know.
Don't make it awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Don't talk to them.
Yeah, don't try and like be too aggressive with it.
Have the hand thing be 4 scrolls over on the Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure it gets on there.
He looks like he's real happy.
We'll
Let's
see.
not piss him off.
Yeah.
That should be awesome. That sounds like a great time down there. I'm pumped for you. We went down one time. I've been down there once when I first got to Indianapolis because it's an easy drive. Yep. It was on my birthday weekend.
Ooh.
A lot of Indiana people were like, hey, got to go do the Derby for your birthday weekend. It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
I was not supposed to be down there.
Mm-hmm. Was it worth it,
For my
though?
birthday. It was a great time. Dude.
Okay.
There's a Howl at the Moon popping off down there.
No way.
Yeah.
2 pianos?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a blast. But I decided I can't be going to that every single year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That is not something that I should be doing with my life if I would like to continue to be an adult. And a lot of opportunity down there. For what he was talking about, a lot of opportunity down there. And everybody seems to have the same, it's like St. Patty's Day in Pittsburgh almost, but just for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And dressed up a little bit more.
And, yeah, a little bit heightened.
It's number one on my list right now, things to do.
Yeah, everybody has the same mindset. Getting out of there, not easy. I assume it's a little different for him, but you got to walk a long way to get the fuck out of there. That is
It's always getting in and out is always a process. Yeah.
getting out in the state of mind that you're in. It does, like, I'm assuming,
Long days.
Yeah. I'm assuming the first 30 minutes not a problem because you're just like having a good time. We just did it. Then it gets like to a point where you're like,
give me the fuck
drunk and miserable walking through a town. You don't know.
Okay, so almost not worth it because of the walk.
No, definitely worth it.
Okay.
Definitely worth it.
Okay.
It is a very good time.
You been, Pat?
And then we went down for a little event.
We went for a Friday night event.
Yeah, we didn't go to the whole thing. It is awesome, though.
I went, I forget what year it was, but Jeff Ruby's was sponsoring one year. It was an unbelievable time.
Yeah, he's big down.
Yeah, because since he's close, too.
Yeah.
That's the restaurant?
There's Jeff Ruby's right there in Louisville, too.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to do this event?
Bus. No, but he parks his bus right out front of his spot there and everything. Yeah.
You going to Phillies and Stallions? Phillies.
No, we go to the one party that Aaron goes to every year on Friday night.
The Illuminati one?
Phillies and Stallions.
No, the Barnstable deal.
What are you doing? You got to get dressed up? We wearing suits and ties?
Oh, that's considered that. So yeah, you're supposed to bring for all of it, suits for everything. But that thing Friday night says black tie, and I haven't never really worn black tie to it. Aaron's like, great, glad you follow the rules here on black tie. I'm wearing, whatever.
You wearing a bow tie to that thing?
No, but you know what? I'm probably gonna wear what I wore on the draft, but no tie. That's what I think I'll wear to that.
Smart.
3-piece. I understand you're saying I should dress nice. This is good enough.
Yep.
Relax. All right, I like what you did there.
Yeah. I don't like wearing ties anymore. There's just no reason.
I know a guy who wore sweatpants,
Amen, brother.
sweatpants to a black tie event.
His name's Joe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phones.
But
We have
those are
not
the-
seen Joe since.
No, nicest fucking sweatpants.
Joe
I've
might
ever
have died in those sweats that we've seen.
might have.
Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Jacob in Ohio. What's going on, Jacob or Jacob?
Hi, Pat. How you doing?
Keep him
Hell
moving.
yeah, Jacob.
Hi, the fuck here, lifelong AJ Hawk fan.
Love that.
Growing up.
Nice.
But I bleed black and Steelers gold, just letting you guys know. My question is for Boston Connor. He's been extra mouthy today, really disrespecting all the guests, Shams and Rapoport.
That's not true.
And I don't really like his energy he's giving off. I think he needs to have a Bud Light and calm down.
Hey, Jacob, he has been a bit mouthy, hasn't he?
right.
He's been a bit mouthy.
Is that right? Shams make them uncomfortable.
You're right, Jacob.
Hey, look, I got mouthy with Shams because, it's a hack joke. He's running it back. First of all, it was Shaq's. He's already done it once.
No,
Then he
he's
ran
just
it back.
reminding you.
Of course.
That was him just reminding you.
And
You were a little chirpy, though. Hey, Jay, you've been a little mouthy, hasn't he, AJ?
A little bit, I guess, to Shams and Ian. Who asked Ian if that was him on the horse? I feel like that one might have been the most difficult.
That was Pat.
No.
No?
No.
Sure.
No, I said, how did you get your back so flat?
No. Yeah, that was Tone. That was not. I would not do that to a guest on this show.
Right.
Never.
How about Jim Furyk not having a clue what was going on?
He had a cool hat.
They
He
signed
enjoyed
him up.
himself, though.
They
He had
signed
fun.
him.
Like, he was dying.
Dude, he had no idea.
Am I still on? You still asking us questions?
What did they just sign me
was
up?
a bit awkward.
Is this the line?
Kind of weird.
Is this? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
exactly.
Is that a real question?
Aren't you pumped, though, now that we know, like, 20 months from now, that President's Cup is going to be fucking
It's 14 months.
awesome.
Have a little respect
Come on.
for next June in Montreal.
Oh, okay. That was next September.
I don't think Jim had any idea what he was getting dropped into, but we do appreciate his time. And shout out to that President's Cup team that is yet to be announced.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bunch of dogs, though.
Hell yeah. Good PGA marketing, too.
Absolutely.
Anytime you can get the United States versus the world, we're in.
Sure.
For sure.
Ain't that right, AJ?
Always.
I wish we were fucking beating Germany again, but still, the rest of the world will
We
do.
can in the Ryder Cup
We
this
will
year.
Ryder Cup.
Yeah, we'll get them next year.
Okay, good.
Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Gus. And was there a reason? Just Germany?
I know we did communism earlier, so I figured I'd cross off, old Nazis and stuff like that.
I want to let Germany know. There's a treadmill over here thing that has videos of like cities, and it does a tour through it. I think they had like one of those 3D cameras on like a bicycle or something.
Oh,
flying
yeah.
through. I went through Munich a couple days ago.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Sweet.
I've been there as a youth. I went over there. We should go back to Germany at some point.
I mean, this year they got 2 games.
It was Ian. We knew it. That's why I asked. It wasn't disrespectful. It was. It was whether or not I saw what I think I saw.
Right.
And I did see what I thought I see.
Yeah, it's cool that he knew the camera was going to be there and he looked over.
Last photo was before he saw the camera and looked at it.
Yep.
That was a side profile. This one, he said, "Oh, I got you. This is my horse." Turns his head. Thank you for finding that, Zeke.
Germany 2 games this year, so it's not just like how last year in London they had that crew stay over there for 2 weeks. This year, Germany, it feels as though would be the move because of that time.
Germany would be sweet.
And they got 2 good games, I believe. I think the Chiefs are playing over there this year.
Das Boot out there.
Yeah.
It should be around Oktoberfest.
Oh, that's perfect time to go.
Oh, this is like the Kentucky Derby. I should probably not go over there for this.
We should go to the
Got a
Ryder Cup.
baby.
We should go to the Ryder Cup instead.
No, Oktoberfest is a good time. They got people doing coke off each other's dongs. It's great.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That was some of my favorite internet of all time.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of that. Oktoberfest really took over the internet.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I got it saved.
So from what I've heard, Oktoberfest is literally just a massive parking lot that they put a huge tent over.
Yeah.
I think. And it is bananas in there. It's like its own world. I've heard it's a great time. No, just it's Munich, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's Munich.
Cocaine off dongs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing that this weekend.
Been a little mouthy today. Let's
that
go to the phone.
Come on.
Let's go to Gus in Wisconsin on the
Is that
5
the
hour
ultimate power move to make someone do it, coke off your dong? Is that like hey, I'm the alpha here?
I haven't dove into the alpha scale on who's alphaing who there, but I'm sure you'll figure it out by the end.
I'll keep my eyes open to see what happens.
All right, Gus, what's going on in Wisconsin on the 5 Energy phone line?
How you doing? Keep it moving.
Hell yeah, Gus.
AJ needs to stop doing that off dongs.
Yeah, agreed, Gus.
Yeah.
Maybe just in general. Stop doing
Yeah.
Coke.
I just got a question about the Jets' future draft next year. I just have a hypothetical.
Gus.
What happens when inevitably they ended up taking a quarterback in the first round after Aaron Rodgers decides to come back for one more year, and they say, might as well take a quarterback?
With what pick?
First rounder.
I don't think they're going to do that.
What first rounder?
Because
he only plays.
they don't have one.
42% of the time.
So they would bench him halfway through the season.
Okay.
Because just wasn't getting the job done. So then they keep the first rounder. They wouldn't have to trade that to the Packers. And with that first rounder, after benching him, or maybe he gets hurt. I mean, it's football.
Yeah.
But they draft his replacement in that first round, and then boom, we go from loving each other to potentially what happened in Green Bay overnight. Gus likes to see the world burn.
He does.
Gus likes to see the world burn.
That's
right?
classic Gus.
All signs are pointing to them having success over there, so I don't even like to think about it. Am I overconfident here? Yeah, I guess so. AFC's tough.
I don't think so. I don't see how.
No. Why not? They should have. You should be excited. We're in the old honeymoon phase, aren't we, right now with them?
We are in a honeymoon.
Yeah.
He's been in MSG 3 nights in a row.
Exactly.
Place they're giving him a room.
Yeah.
That's why he's got a hotel out in Jersey, and then he's also living in MSG every single evening. Not a bad place to stay. Last phone call here on the 5 Energy phone line before we get on out of here. Let's go to Damon in California. What's going on, Damon?
Hey, Pat, how we doing? Let's keep it moving.
Hell yeah, Damon.
I just wanted to ask about, what do you think the problem is with the Warriors' old guard versus that new young nucleus that's coming in, where they can't just find that synergy? Like, I feel like Jordan Poole could be a great guy to really take off some of Steph Curry's workload. And then you got guys like Kuminga. There's a ton of other young guys. What do you think's going on there?
Damon, are you a fan of the Golden State Warriors? What do you think's going on over there? I don't like it, not one bit, pal.
No, I want them all to come together and just play beautiful basketball. Hell yeah.
Come together when? Right now.
Boom, boom.
I don't think it's going to happen. Sounds like it's a locker room divided, Damon. That's a shame. You know more than we do. We're kind of covering it from the outside. Are they going to be able to figure it out? Maybe they need to go and get hammered together one night.
Nice.
You know, they say teams come together a lot better around a keg than they do kale.
I think that'd be a great idea.
Is that what they need, though? Is that what it sounds like? I'm just learning of this potential beef literally today from Shams. Is this a real deal? And have you guys been talking about it over there in California all season?
Well, I think, it's been a little bit of a split locker room. It's like the old guys, they've already won all these championships. These young guys haven't really won anything yet.
No, it's because the young guys are getting their ass kicked in the locker room.
Well, actually.
That happened.
That did happen.
That's what happened.
Down to you any day, man.
Hey,
Pleasure to talk to you, sir.
Hey, Damon, that a baby. Damon, you're a
Hell
good man.
yeah.
Call back anytime. I believe Damon's high, but he is a Golden State fan. Yeah. And the thing about it is, Shams, whenever you talked about this old guard, new guard, that's not good to be talking about whenever you're taking on LeBron James and their team is just tighter than ever.
Yes.
Any sport, you don't want to hear that. What's that all about? Did we know this? Did we not follow this? I guess we didn't.
Just the Jordan Poole fight.
Yeah, Jordan Poole, it ain't over with. It look good till it really get good. And when shit really get in the fire, when you really get in the fire, you can really tell like who's willing to step in that black hole with you. Obviously, it's coming out. They arguing with each other and shit. Asking, hey, you don't want to get on the bus, bull, you don't come. So we'll see how
Anytime
it
you
goes.
need to do that, not good.
Yeah, that's
not good at all.
That's not good. Hey, if you don't believe in this team, get out of this locker room. It's like, all right, so there's a belief that at least some people in here do not. That's not good. Happy we're here.
Right.
And then the dreaded players only meeting is right around the corner.
That's right.
And that's a good time, isn't it, AJ? Those are your favorite times. You spoke first every time when those took place.
Yeah, I try to have them weekly. Hey, players only meeting again today, guys, and then just yell at the team and stand on my high horse and tell them how, hey, I'm doing everything right. You guys are messing everything up.
Did you do like a roll call? Did you go like, all right, Aaron? And he go, present. And then you go, Murray,
Yeah.
present. Did you do that at all those players only meetings?
Yeah, that's really like what the whole meeting was. I would call roll for 25 minutes, and then I'd say, all right, guys, thanks for coming, and then we'd leave.
And then
now go tell the media we figured it out.
Nice.
All right, I like that.
That's smart.
Hey, you're a good leader, dude.
That's right.
Way to go, Hawk.
I think what you just heard us talk about is anytime there seems to be something abnormal with the players talking to each other, normally that means something not good's happening.
Yeah.
There's players only meeting, that means that there's some belief by people in the locker room, we are in a situation where we are not on the same page. You want that to happen? Maybe never, but if it's going to happen early in the season, not important time. Because normally in the biggest moments, team comes together more.
Yeah.
Because like, hey, there's a lot on the line. There's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah.
So normally you think that teams would come together more. Now it's sounding like they're tearing apart at the biggest moment when the most money's on the line and the most eyes are on them. That's not good. That's not good news at all.
And Steph's like, hey, like this is legacy for me. Like you motherfuckers better get it together.
Hey, listen, you younger generation, okay, you got one, I got 5. Pass me the fucking ball.
Exactly, and that's why I think it doesn't even matter because like they go as Steph goes. Like if Steph goes out there and fucking lights it on fire, they're gonna win.
That bucket gets bigger for him, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
He just starts throwing them up. Yesterday, early in the game, boom, turn around, look at the fan, dap up, run down, hits off the back of the rim perfectly through. It's like he's unconscious. Only went for 27 or 28.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. Only at
Yeah,
27.
bet for him to have 30 heavily.
They're down by 3.
Well,
or
and if they
50.
start doubling them like they were late there, you're gonna need some of those the young guard to kind of
somebody.
step up and get a couple buckets, or Klay Thompson needs
Yeah,
to
just
show
give
up
it to
and
Klay.
Needs to.
Oh, speaking of Klay Thompson, the newest match has been announced. It'll be Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce versus Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. They'll be playing 12 holes at the Wynn Las Vegas in the newest match. They'll be mic'd up. Steph Curry's a player.
He is.
I assume Patrick Mahomes is as well. I would have to lean in Steph Curry's favor on the golf course, but these boys will be chirping. There'll be competitive juices, and there'll be great content for sure as they do 12 holes on June 29th. The Chiefs versus the Golden State Warriors, the two new dynasties in the making, the two young superstar-filled teams of their respected leagues will battle in a 12-hole matchup. AJ, what a time to be alive.
Let's go.
I don't know how good Klay is, but Steph is scratch golfer, right? I know Patrick Mahomes is good and Kelsey is good, but I feel like Steph is a step above everybody.
Filthy.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to be happening, though, with Steph, especially with this team being torn apart at the seams here at the biggest moment with his legacy on the line. By June 29th, will he be able to be over all of that? Will his head be cleared for the golf match? We will find out. Steph and Klay don't give a damn about that right now.
No.
But Patrick and Travis can train.
Yes, they can.
Hey, boys, let's start working a little bit. Let's go represent the NFL. Let's get a big-time win. Travis Kelce came out on the New Heights pod and said, of course it was a replica of Lambeau. What are we talking about?
Never do that.
What are we talking
No
about?
chance.
He did say the Lombardi luge, which was a beautiful thing. Kelsey John, by all accounts, smoshing success.
Sick.
It was not crap.
Not crop
Not
at all.
crop.
Machine Gun Kelly came out there at the end and Blew the fucking roof off the place.
Tore it down.
MGK did?
MGK tore a roof.
Crap.
Yeah, he's a Cleveland guy.
Rick Ross did it. I mean, fucking absolutely did it.
Yep.
There was a couple others that I read in the description. An absolutely great time with a spike of a replica Lombardi.
Yeah.
Replica.
And everyone in the crowd, though, holy shit, he just spiked the fucking elbow.
Jeez.
That's crap.
They must
That's
have
what a lot
gone
of people were
nuts.
saying.
And what he said, it's crop that you think I would even do that.
Yep.
But he did look properly jogged.
Properly jogged.
Properly.
And the crowd was properly jogged as well for the entire lineup.
They were.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Where did crop come from? I don't know.
Caller from Iowa.
Yeah. Western Iowa.
Oh, okay.
That's crop, Pat.
I was asking about the non-GMOs and the Roundup and the seeds because I know there's a big conversation happening around farms, because there's regulations coming in by people that the people that are on the fields are saying, you don't know crop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crop.
What you were saying is impossible. And there's, a little bit of a battle, and that man described it all as crop.
He did.
Not crop as in what's being grown.
No.
Similar.
Like crop.
He's talking about crop like the S.
This is tough. It's pretty confusing, especially when it's a farmer. Yeah, it's pretty confusing.
Stop with your crop. Dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Cut the crop.
Sometimes you grow the crop in the crop.
Yeah.
Well, you need the crop to get into the crop every once in a while.
Exactly.
Anyways, it's a good word.
Great word.
Shout out to that guy.
Yep.
Iowa. Doug? Ben?
Dan.
Dan
in Iowa.
Dan.
Northwestern Iowa.
Yep. No, Western Iowa.
Oh, okay. I remember that. Northwestern Iowa.
He just said Western. He didn't specify who's Northwestern.
I thought he did.
I think you did say Northwestern.
Yeah.
I think.
I may be forgetting. That's a crop on me. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not the S word that we were dealing with Shams earlier.
True.
Yeah,
What was that? He can't say
What
that.
is that?
Can't have that come out of his mouth. Not wearing that leather jacket.
Sound like he got a slap on the wrist because he said last time I swore on this program.
Yeah,
said
exactly.
poop.
We know what's wrong with it.
Oh, you think maybe he just doesn't want to be that type of role model? Maybe he doesn't want to have potty mouth.
Yeah, I love Shams. I really do. Sometimes he's a wuss. And that's exactly what happened.
Jesus.
You are
I love him.
today.
I love
Pretty
him.
charming.
I led with I love him because it's true. I do.
Brady's the same way.
I mean, Gus in Wisconsin. I mean, jeez.
I mean, he called Embiid Michael Jordan. Embiid's never even been to the conference finals. What are we talking
Oh,
about?
so you got upset about that because Embiid's taking on the Celtics.
I just think if we start, it's not even the Celtics thing, but if we start calling everybody Jordan, he did it with Jokic 2 minutes later. I mean, come on, can we have a standard here? Okay, maybe you can call Steph Jordan, sure, maybe that can go. But Embiid and Jokic, really?
Nah, I agree.
That's crop.
What are you saying? Is it's crop to do that?
It's crop.
It's crop.
Crop.
Neither of them.
I can see that.
Crop.
Cut the S word.
Cut the S word, okay? And cut the fucking crop while you're at it.
Amen.
Wow.
Brother.
I'm sick of all the crop.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different buckets of crop right now.
Too much crop in the world.
I'm sick of it. Let's get out of here because I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
It's crop.
That's Hockey Talk will be like, hey, Rupper!
Hey, boy, Rups.
Rupper, live from the Thunderdome tonight. That's Hockey Talk, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be a great episode because the NHL playoffs are electrifying, and Nick, Gumpy, and Rupper will be breaking it all down. What are you guys going to be talking about tonight? Anything good?
Well, Pat, I don't know. It's absolute crap. My writers are on strike. I got nothing to fucking go off of.
Thank you. As we go out, thank you for reminding me. We thought about, having to suspend the show because the writers strike.
Mm-hmm.
And us and everybody else in sports said, do you have that smaller brains?
Use AI.
That you can't do a show if you don't have a slew of writers around you? You can't just create something?
That's crop.
That's crop.
That's crop.
This was very surprising to me. The shows that they said were going to be done because writers aren't available. I'm like, what?
SNL, I get. That makes sense.
The late night guys.
Always-
Late night guys are hiring themselves, right?
What I'm saying is late night guys like you are. That's why you're a late night guy.
That's another conversation. The whole late night, all of that stuff.
Yeah, but that's a part of it. Like, hey.
Absolutely.
That's a thing of the past, all of that, I feel like.
Dude, I used to love late night. Man, I fucking
Yeah.
Did you hear what they said about the Corden show, though?
Oh, yeah.
They were losing millions of dollars.
Said it cost $60 million to produce that show yearly.
Yeah.
60 million. That's because they shut down that street to do the fucking
Bingo.
the full thing.
Carpool karaoke.
Yeah, there it is.
See, I think James is a talented guy.
Yeah.
I think he's created good ideas. 60 million a year?
Yeah.
60.
And now people are hearing that he's kind of a prick to people, and people are sick and tired.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But a lot of people are calling.
No,
him
you don't
just,
have to say allegedly. He's not American.
A fat English piece of crop. People are sick.
Saying.
You two are scumbags. Let's get out of here. All right. It's been a hell of a day. Congrats to all the winners that got announced throughout today. A lot of money out there. 20 million here, not 60 million.
That's not the article I read.
Still
No, 20. He was losing 20.
Bingo.
It was losing.
So it was 40 million to do it.
Bringing in 40, costing 60.
Bingo.
So
Okay.
negative 20.
Okay, so costing 60.
Yeah,
That is still
that's
the
a
story.
lot of money.
That is still the storyline in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
I really, and I got nothing but respect for talented writers and brains.
Absolutely.
Okay, nothing but respect for the creatives. If you feel like you need more money, go ahead and go get it.
We're streaming.
Okay, now you've agreed to a lot of these deals for a long time that you're saying wasn't giving you home. So like a lot of people will think like, well, why didn't you guys just handle your business differently? Some of you weren't able to, okay, because of everything that happened. Good luck, get your money. I hope if somebody's making money, you guys should make money because writers are a very talented thing. But some of these shows saying we can't operate anymore because we don't got writers, I'm like, that's crap.
That's crap. A lot of
Hey,
crap.
That's crap. It's going to be tough to take you serious going forward. Just want to let you know that. But unless they're just standing, maybe, is it unity or is it actual ability?
I think that's a big part of it.
Supporting them.
Do they say it's unity because?
Could be. Don't you dare cross that fucking picket line.
Yeah, but it's also because they couldn't, That's the big question.
Right.
That's what Jimmy Fallon.
We'll never know.
What's that, unity?
Yeah. He said they need
Fallon's
to
a
be-
talent, though, that fucking guy. He's
For
been
sure.
involved in
And
so
he's a
much
guy,
stuff.
like, he probably wrote a bunch of his own skits on SNL, so he probably does, side with the writers.
Good luck out there, all of you.
Go get it.
But also, let's not fuck up, we got some stuff.
Yeah, come on.
A lot of money to be made in this era right now with streaming. So
Smell me.
let's not go ahead and, let's get a deal done.
Get a deal done.
Let's get a deal done.
Bottom line.
Somebody go get a deal done in there.
I think that was the big reason why they're striking is the streaming rights are being sold to a lot of the shows and the writers are getting crap.
And
for
they're
it.
afraid of AI.
Well, I think we all should be.
Yeah, The Godfather.
AI will do a better show than this show.
I agree.
Probably next week.
Yeah.
Soren. We're probably done next week.
It might be.
What if that is the actual thing that happens? Remember when we were talking about COVID, we heard it was in Italy? They're like shutting it down, like Italy shutting down. Jeez Louise, come on, what are we doing?
What the hell is
Shutting
that?
down? And then we got a letter. We saw somebody's Facebook post. It went viral. We were just like you 2.5 months ago. We thought that we would never be able to be stopped and COVID would come and go like everything else. We have been shut down for 3 weeks, not being happened at one point.
It did.
When? I
2 weeks.
don't remember 2 weeks.
Yeah, to slow the curve.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
After being inside for a couple months?
No.
No.
2 weeks would slow the
Show
curve.
us the nominator.
That was the start.
I don't even remember that. I just remember sports are over, and then we'll see what happens.
No, remember we need to slow the curve for 2 weeks. Sports were postponed. Like March Madness it wasn't canceled, remember?
Yeah.
Because they didn't know how long it was going to be. Because we'd halt the curve or slow down. What was it? Stop the spread. I agree, but
Yeah,
the curve.
that's what it was.
It was the curve.
Slow the curve. Yeah.
Flatten?
Flatten the curve. There it is. Flatten the curve or whatever. And we just need everybody to not look at each other, not see each other. 2 weeks. Flatten this curve and everything will be good. That was a long time, bro.
Yeah, 2 weeks turned
I
into
thought
6
that was the
months.
summer.
Well, then it was 2 years too long. And then
How many very sick people? What's this?
This is flattening the curve.
March 11th, 2020.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like projections of what happens.
Yeah.
What would happen. Wow.
Oh, from Michigan Medicine. Okay.
yeah, I don't see a denominator. Do you?
I'll tell you what, I will say
No.
this, that was a question asked very early and then just had to kind of,
That one lady from BU got buried
By
out
the
of
way,
nowhere from a Steelers football legend.
in a
By the
Joe
way,
Setterwood
Hoagie-
commercial.
Mr. Hoagie was in the draft room making picks.
I seen him. He's back in there. I mean, he's the stats guy.
You can tell.
Right?
He's actually a
Yeah,
stats
he is
guy,
a
which is
stats
kind of
guy,
what he was
stats
saying.
and analytics.
Analytics are big in football right now. We'll be back tomorrow. What a wild time to be alive through this entire era. We'll be talking about this forever. Our kids, a couple weeks away from me,
Here we go.
Sir.
just bananas. I can't wait. We'll talk about this or ask about this maybe 20 years from now. It's
yeah.
going to be tough to explain.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Nothing. Where'd you go?
They won't
No,
believe
no.
it.
What do you mean? Yeah, we just house arrest everybody, whole place.
8 cheeseburgers for.
What if you had a smaller house, had a lot of people? Yeah, locked in. Don't go outside.
Right. Hate your family now.
Boom. What about school? Did you guys do that? Yeah, on a Zoom. Did it work?
Nah, we just picked off the whole time.
I don't know.
Kids don't know. How
People
to
were
deal with
jerking
each
their
other anymore.
gherkin on it actually by accident.
But we lost a lot of people.
They just
Yep.
never-
Lost a lot of people because of it. It was a real motherfucker. It really was. And then we figured it out, hopefully.
Yeah.
How to live with it. even though it's going to be around forever.
That's right.
And with that being said, get your fucking ass out there and kick some balls. What are you asking me this question for?
There you go. It's irrelevant.
That's what I'm saying to my daughter. AJ, have a good one, brother. I appreciate the hell out of you. Toxic Table, great work today. Tone, fantastic job. Pac-Man, great to see you. Look so cool. That's Hockey Talk tonight, 8 o'clock live from the Thunderdome. Can't wait for it. Big shout out to Rupper. Big shout out to Shams and Rapoport. And you guys for being so incredibly cool for allowing us to do this. We announced a bunch of winners. We'll probably do some more giveaways tomorrow with old Pac-Man Jones leaving for the week. You are the greatest humans on earth. Tell each other something nice. Goodbye.